Hello everyone, I believe the stream is online and we are back on the Wizard Play series. Very happy to have you all here. I'm hoping that, as always, the stream is working as it should be. I have little reason to believe it's not, but this will take just a minute and I will make sure it's running properly. Hope you guys are having a good day. This is going to be probably a slightly shorter stream than normal. We'll see. I'm expecting probably like 2 hours or so instead of 3 hours. The wizard is unfortunate. Well, that's where we left off. We got to a lava lake of some kind. No, not a lava lake, but gosh, I forget the name of this new place we found. We've gotten to that lava lake. We'll just call it that. It's got a whole castle and stuff, so perhaps it's more than just a lake. Excuse me. But yeah, lava location, and there we faced two opponents. One was kind of a pushover, but the other was indeed Armorer Dennis from our, I think, second stream. And the Armorer Dennis turned out to be quite powerful. And in that interaction, I realized that perhaps the Shadow Orb, the Dark Orb, is in fact a limitation on my wizard's abilities. In fact, I'll elaborate a little bit more on that during our time together today. But yes, let us begin with let's begin with like continuing our exploration of the lava location. So, but first, let's talk to this man. Buy item. Let's see what he sells. I wish to get some kind of a. Yeah, you know what? Let's try a great heavy soul arrow. Might as well, right? Yeah, let's do it. Great heavy soul arrow. And see what happens. Why not? To everyone joining the stream, hello. Hope y'all are having a wonderful day. We are back in Dark Souls 2. Good times. Okay. Let's attune some spells real fast. Not gonna have this one anymore. I'd like to have the great heavy soul arrow equipped. And actually, you know, to make things more interesting, I think I've been using the Dark Orb a little too much. A wizard's got to push back just a tiny bit on the Dark Orb. And let's start using great soul arrows. Actually, what is Soul Spear? How about that? Yeah, I'll just equip the Soul Spear. Oh, I don't actually have enough for it? Understood. We will not be having that just yet. We'll have homing soul arrows. How about that? And some great heavy soul arrows. Wonderful. All right, and we're going back to the lava location. It is the Iron Keep. Okay. Yes, as you can hear, I am indeed plagued today. Falls Door, good friend. Hello. I am happy to see you, man. Hope you're having a good day. This is gonna be a good stream, I think. Given this location, given the, I guess. Oh gosh, never mind. Okay, no, I mean this will be a good stream, but I need to lock in for just a second. I didn't realize that I was already in the action as well. Dark Souls 2 for you right there. Yeah, but no, given the weather in this area, I think this is going to be a very memorable journey we're about to embark upon. I mean, just look at that. That's like the sky is being torn apart with flames. The wizard is not a fan of that. The flames are kind of concerning, if he's being honest. Okay, look, Falls Door. The dark magic, I don't know. I think there's a fine balance with dark magic. You know, actually, I'm beginning to sense a little bit of that corruption that was being warned against. And again, I'm still slightly reluctant to say that it was indeed my. Oh, there you are. Excuse me. Oh. Oh no. Okay, well, this is going to be a great journey here. Okay. Remembering the controls once again. The wizard is relearning the steps. But here's the thing with the dark magic. I've been refusing to even consider that I might at all be corrupted in some sense or compromised, my morality in question. But after facing Armor Danis and killing him in cold blood, I've kind of had a realization about my relation to the Dark Orb and its potential. You see how effective the Dark Orb is? It makes this knight fall to his knees like in a trivial fashion. I don't even really care very much about him. Like, he was just an obstacle. And that's sort of what the Dark Orb turns everything into. You don't really think about it very much. You just use the Dark Orb and the things disappear. Dark Orb is a powerful thing, and I think that's actually that's really the issue with it when you think about it, is that it actually makes things a little too easy. Yeah, exactly. It is all about balance. I think Dark Orb, it's fine, but here, try this. What if I... Never mind. Okay, that does make this game way more difficult. Okay, wait. Here. That required a little more thought than the Dark Orb, just like a tiny bit, because I actually had to like switch between my spells and all that. And the Dark Orb just makes everything kind of monotonous in that I really don't have to even think very much about what it is that I'm doing. I'm just Dark Orbing things. And I think sometimes it's okay to be just, taking things a little easy. But too much Dark Orb, by that I mean 46 Dark Orbs, that's a bit excessive, if I'm being honest. So let's pull back on the Dark Orbs and try to experiment with more spells. And I'll elaborate on that in a little bit. Okay. To everyone joining, I hope y'all are having a wonderful evening. Please relax, and this is going to be a fun time in Dark Souls 2. What is this?
Who are you?
No, who are you, man?
Who, me? I'm Macarold. Who else?
Oh, I see.
What? Have a look at my wares.
Sure, dude. Okay. Alright. What? Incense? Alright. I need those Dark Souls 2 experts. The voices. The deluge of voices. Please tell me what it is that I am currently looking at. What is the incense option? Wait. Lower required attributes for which spell? Uses 3. What? What am I doing? Okay. Spell demands devotion from its caster. By using this spice, make a chosen spell attain to 1 less intelligence. Will only work with assistance from a certain person. Oh, I see. I understand now. Okay. Let's hold on to the skeptic spice for just a bit. Also, I like the skeptic. That's actually what a cool mechanic, actually. Okay, we're gonna think about this one. The Soul Spear is a powerful cast. We might eventually try it. What else does this man sell to us? I like the Jester's Cap. I don't think that's necessarily the hat I'm looking for. Yes, for anyone new joining, one of the wizard's goals in this great journey across the land of Drenghlake is in fact finding a good wizard hat and actually looking like a wizard. That is what is important. And oh my gosh, what is the Dark Hail? What is the Dark Storm? You guys, well, I mean, that's kind of cool. I think I'm just going to do that. A wizard... Yeah, okay, well, okay, we're going to talk about a little bit more about my financial decision just there. Also, YFAT, hello, friend. Happy to have you here. Permanently lowers the chosen spell's requirements permanently for all copies of that spell. Thank you, yes. Okay, I think I was beginning to suspect that. I appreciate you making that clear, man. So good to have you. How is it going? How's life? Are you doing good? Okay, hold 1 second. I do like this man's armor.
I don't care what things worth. What matters is whether it grabs me. Why would you want what I do?
I do like it, yeah.
That's a good question. I suppose I must. I've been doing it for ages.
Well, good. Well met, Mage Lord of Lanafir. Oh, sorry. Wait, Mage rolled. Mage Lord was way cooler for a second. That's right. Wi-Fi says the spices required to do so are rare, so hold on to them. Okay. Wi-Fi, do you have any recommendations for what kind of spell I should save those up for? Because I don't know. Like, I feel like I might end up just saving them and not actually using them for anything if I let myself. So I'd love to know. What do you think? But also, that goes to everyone. If y'all have any suggestions, I'm curious. Wi-Fi says, doing good, spent all day making a build for the stream, only to find out it won't work like an hour before the starting. No, friend, I'm so sorry. That's really unfortunate, man. Well, I appreciate that you've been thinking about the stream and considering how to make it more engaging and stuff. I should say, like, there is like going to be definitely like a fine balance between the cooperation element on boss fights, because I definitely would like to do some of those by myself. Also, Pharaoh's Lockstone, that's cool. But at the same time, I do want to very much create a community with you guys, and if that means, you know, us all playing together, I'm occasionally down for that as well. And if you want to just PvP me, I suspect you could in fact halt the momentum of this entire journey and you know, stream snipe the wizard. Okay, let's get this man. I like the Great Heavy Soul Arrow. I just wish there was more. I feel like we're already close to running out. Also, Wi-Fi says the later spells require... Oh my gosh, that's what you get for looking at the chat wizard. The voices cloud your mind. There we go. Okay. Scary stuff. The later spells require a lot of stats. Okay, says Wi-Fi. I guess that's concerning, but I guess I will save it for now. Also, False Door says go back to the wall. To what wall? This wall? Oh, okay. I assume this is it. Does it stop ever? Iron key. It cost me my life, but that's okay. Let us figure out what to do with that. And you know, that actually works out. You know, this death was well, not necessarily planned. There is a good opportunity to attune the Dark Storm. Can I do that? Why can't I do the Dark Storm? I think I am confused. Why cannot... Oh, Sacred Chime. Okay, you know what? Maybe this is a good time for us to attune a little chime for ourselves. Let's see. I don't see why not. Any chime recommendations? We have a work hook, which surely isn't a chime. You know, actually, yeah. Where do we even get a chime? Anyone? Any suggestions? We'll get there later. Yeah. Wi-Fi says the most powerful ones require over 50 in their respective stats. Okay, thank you for clarifying that. And Falls Door says the key is to the DLC. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. I had no clue. I guess we are... Wait, what percent of our journey are we through, my friends? I'm realizing that one day this journey will be complete, and that maybe it's not as big as I've imagined it to be. I've always thought that Dark Souls 2 would be this great impenetrable wall, but now it maybe we are beginning to approach the end, but who knows. For those who have been here since the early streams, I really appreciated your company. It's been really, really awesome having you all here. And honestly, all of you have been fantastic. So Wi-Fi says Falcon sells a basic chime that has decent to dark scaling. I see. Falcon. That's the man I met. I know where. Okay, I remember him. I'm gonna have to remind myself of where to find him, though. I hope he hasn't left. Falcon is the man who sold me the Dark Orb, correct? Not including the DLC, I'm about a third through. Well, that's actually not as far as I had imagined, so we are doing just fine then. We have lots more to journey through. Great. Alright. I do like the great heavy soul arrow, but we are out of them now, which leaves us with the dark orbs. Which is alright. You know, the dark orb... Well... Gosh! Okay. It always happens. They're so quick, these ones. Stay away from me. Oh. It's damaging me even through my shield. The wizard coughs. Suffering. Okay. Where are we? Where are we journeying? I do wonder what this place must have been at some point, because surely this castle was not entirely flooded with lava at some point in its existence. Although, that is pretty cool. You'd have to be kind of masochistic to build a castle on top of that. So, I assume that wasn't intentional. Also, hello, aged crits, friend. You did get here in time. The street. My computer just made a weird noise. I don't know what that's about. It really threw me off just there. Gosh. Okay. Well, you guys. All right. We're okay. We're okay. We're not okay. We're learning to get past these knights. As I said before, the knights really are the wizard's greatest nemesis in a way. Again, just masters of like the physical world, and yet with none of the whimsy of the wizard. Representations of the classic state as opposed to the anarchic magic. Anyway. Aged Oak also says, been babysitting my new puppy for a bit. Oh, hell yeah, dude. What kind of puppy? What is the breed of the beast? Oh. Man, he's scared. Die. Okay. Wyfet says this castle is made entirely of iron, which caused it to slowly sink into the earth. Huh. I didn't know iron was like that. That's absolutely brutal. Sure looks like stone to me, but what do I know? That's really brutal. But also kind of makes sense why I'm not doing particularly well immediately. You know, all these knights and iron. You know, traditionally they say, oh yes, iron is like, you know, devastating to magical creatures and magical entities. And I think that's true to it. Oh my gosh, wow. I think it's actually, okay, you're seeing it right now. It's very true. It's quite rough here. Okay. But I don't really know the nature of why that might be, admittedly. I don't fully grasp the implications of iron being devastating to magic. I wonder if it is perhaps the kind of thing where, as the world industrialized more, we've lost more of that, most of our ability to perceive the world magically, or at least, you know, through the onset of the Enlightenment and the iron that followed in that age, we have become more blind to ways of seeing the world through magic. But then again, I think the history of iron and magic goes beyond Enlightenment and industrialization. So, yeah, if anyone knows anything about that, I'd love to hear. Okay. Oh gosh, I was checking in with the voices. The voices are great. I don't know. Oh, that was really close. That was even closer. Stay. Oh no. No. Okay. All right. No. 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 Okay. Okay, you guys. What are the voices saying here? This Aged Crit says, yeah, the lake of lava is a result of the whole weight of the keep. Wyfet says it's very heavy. Oh, toy terrier? Oh, those are cool. I've I think had a cousin with one. Kind of visit them every now and then, like, and see a little creature. But other than that, little experience with them. I used to have a corgi myself. It was a powerful little creature. Lasted maybe a good decade, and then it was gone. But it was great. Before it went, it bit me in its throes of dying agony, and my leg was infected for a month, and that was unfortunate. Couldn't walk. Anyway, whatever. Sorry, that was really a random train of thought. I'm happy we have a cool new terrier. That's sick. Okay. These days, the wizard has a cat. Falls Door says that this is a pretty challenging area. Okay, well, that's reassuring. You know, if I was just sucking at an area that was not challenging, this would be truly unfortunate and disappointing. So I'm glad to hear that it's to some degree considered challenging. Wi-Fi says that there is a decent amount of lore here, and you'll find more in the DLC. I will keep a close eye out for that. H-Crit says the dull ember used to be located here. The dull ember. I do not know what that implies. I'm assuming that's for upgrading weaponry, like the classical smith embers from Dark Souls. But I have no idea what else it could be. Perhaps it's something entirely different for Dark Souls 2. Okay. The way these guys run is really disconcerting. I do not like how quickly they bring death to me. Okay. I think it's time for the orb. Gosh, okay. Wow. Something needs to change. This is a small thing of insanity here, doing the same thing over and over. You would have thought there would have been already some progress in the stream, but something ain't right here. I wonder if I must change something up. Okay. Perhaps... Now let's keep going through the Iron Keep. I know there are some other areas we've missed, but I think I'll stay with the Iron Keep. Gosh, the homing arrow is rough. You know what? I think this is the time to activate. That's right. We're gonna activate an effigy here. So yeah. Also, aged Crit says the dull ember used to be located here. Right. Oh, sorry. Wi-Fi says this area is definitely a pretty sharp difficulty spike. Ooh. Okay. I will keep an eye out. Okay. Yes, you gotta take it cautiously. Okay, we'll do. Thank you, voices. It helps. And also, yeah, as I said before, time for an effigy. I like the way he just like shoves it into his chest and regains his humanity as a result. I wonder if we will find any summon signs, which I would end up using because it'd be kind of cool, actually. Aged Crit says, yes, you gotta take it cautiously. I have a cat, not a dog, says Wi-Fi. Oh, cool, what kind of cat? Crit says, it's currently teething, everything including my ankles and fingers. Sorry, man, that's fun. Good times. Okay. All right, you know what? Okay, we're making steady progress. This is so far we're doing all right. Okay. Wi-Fi says you picked up the dull ember back in the Bastille. Oh, really? Oh, you. Well, you see, you'd think knights would have honor and would attack you from your face, but clearly in this age there is no more honor or chivalry or anything of the sort. These are wow. Okay, that's all right. The wizard is being tormented by knights. I think this might be my fourth or fifth rant about the nature of knights and wizards. I think that's the only way I can actually justify how many times I'm dying at this point. But a good thing is that I don't follow laws of death in the same way that they do. So I think we have a pretty good chance. Is there one over there, or has he died too many times? See, as I predicted, he is in fact, he has died too many times, and the area is now simpler as a result. The wizards level vigor, they do not know. Okay, let me just catch up with the voices really quickly so I can rest peacefully and actually focus. Those guys are samurai knights, and they are quite formidable. I didn't read them as samurai. Are those in fact katanas? That's interesting. I will be cautious. Take it one enemy at a time if you can. I will do so, False Door. Thank you for the advice. They're pretty resistant to magic. If you have lightning, they're weak to it. Ooh, okay. I don't think I have lightning. I'm not one for faith like that, but that's okay. Focus each one down to thin the crowds. Do wizards level vigor? No, wizards generally do not. Okay, so we got one coming our way. We don't have a door though. And actually, did I just? Oh yeah, I did die, unfortunately, which means I am no longer a human. Classic wizard moment. That's okay. I think there's somebody behind me. Right, there was one back here. Alright, he's not gonna get anywhere. We are gonna take him out way beforehand. Wow. Talk about being a ninja there. He really just stood and took it. Huh. What about these... I'm now realizing that it is actually kind of strange being like, oh, samurai knights. It's like, talk about like aesthetic hybridity. Okay. Well, now we're not... Alright, try me. That's what I thought. The wizard's back in it, you guys. Straight up. Okay. Also, H Grid says maybe try the heavy attacks on the sword. It may stun them on the first hit. So I would like to try that. We'll also have to see, because the nature of heavy attacks is strange. It tends to throw me off. There, I knew someone was coming up. Okay, try me. Oh no, try me again. Try me again, dude. Straight up. Boom, die. No, don't try me, leave me alone. Okay, we're really gonna be safe here. We don't want to do that. Oh, you fell for my trap. Okay, you see, so that's what happens there, is oh no, you don't. No! He knew that I was going to heal. They're smart like that, you see? That's alright. To anyone joining, welcome to the stream. This is just a wizard making his way through Dark Souls 2, painstakingly getting cut down by samurai knights again and again, but also progressively making his way further and further into the Iron Keep. This tends to be how it goes. The beginning is rough a little bit, and we get destroyed. But then we learn, and it all becomes better. You know, okay. Wi-Fi says there. Oh wait. I shouldn't have. Okay. Wi says there are a lot more of these guys here than you would expect. Be careful about getting flanked. Well, I will never feel safe in this area now. Thank you, friend. You know, I should start trying to parry these more intentionally. Okay, here, try it. Okay, try it again. Wait, I have a lot of souls on the line. What am I doing? The wizard is not being smart about this. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, no, I'll just practice a little bit, you know. But no, that's foolishness. I will not betray wisdom for foolishness. Okay. One after another, you know. Okay, we'll try to parry this one. Okay, we'll try to parry him again. There we go. I think maybe the parrying is indeed the way to go, because otherwise they're like resistant to my magic, so I have to beat them at their own game. I have to master the knights in their own realm of physicality. That is how the wizard will become, I guess, able to advance in this world, or fight the stereotypes around wizarding and actually overcome his foes. Okay, here. This one. Try me. Okay, now try me again. There we go. Alright, we're getting steadier with these parries. There. Nice. I wonder why they care so deeply about their state that has fallen. It's like you would think that they would kind of stop caring over time, given that everything around them is melting and falling into lava. But they continue to fight on purposelessly, which I guess the existence without a purpose would be more horrific than this meaningless toil. I mean, to us, perceptually meaningless. Oh gosh, I see you there. Oh gosh, you try me. No, sit down. Okay. More, anywhere? Alone gauntlets? Alright, fine. What if it says maybe spend those souls? You're probably right. That would probably be wise. But that might also halt my momentum right now. Tell you what. We'll see. Spending the souls on live gems or level ups would be wise. But the wizard's tempted. The wizard is feeling the blood all over his body from his foes and is kind of desiring to maybe advance a little further. Okay, actually, whatever that is, the wizard just doesn't even want to consider. So yeah, actually the wizard is going to go do exactly that. He's going to use a homeward bone and take a chill pill for a second and not worry about whatever that just was. Sure looked like an intimidating archer. To anyone joining, welcome to the stream. You have now become one of the many voices in the deluge of voices. Yes. And we are, yes, slowly making our way through Dark Souls 2. I think the goals right now, as the wizard knows them, are to find a cool hat at some point, actually look like a wizard. It's also to find a friend, which right now Gavlin is pretty up there as a potential comrade. And then there's also the possibility of, actually getting cool spells. I think you can't really be a wizard without having a diversity in your spells. And actually, yeah, this is a good point where I can actually talk about the Shadow Orb a little bit, because something's been up with the Shadow Orb, the Dark Orb as y'all call it, and I kind of want to address that before I forget my new resolution that I've made for myself. Also, I see that in our chat we now have a new comrade. Gosh, is it Nitrovan or Nitrovan? I think it's Nitrovan, right? Nitrovan, friend. To anyone joining, oh my god, that's me. Glorious, happy to have you here, friend. I've been missing this so much. I'm so glad you've been able to make it. To anyone who doesn't know, Nitrovan has been a great comrade of ours. He's very active in our Discord server, and if y'all wish to join our Discord server, it's in the link on my channel description. He's a great comrade and has recently beaten Sekiro. So great stuff, Nitrovan. This move is taking a toll on me. I'm sorry about your move, man. Hope that goes well. Moved in September, and it's been interesting with the YouTube channel. It really took a toll on all the timing and stuff. But yeah. Aged Crit says, I believe they are the golems, so they can't really go hollow. As in, are you saying these knights are golems? That's that changes things. It's not that these are knights that are choosing to be here because they're following their some like ancient dead law of their society, but rather that they've been literally kind of like built to be this way. I feel like a mechanical knight that's been like built as a golem, that's probably more the antithesis of a wizard, because that is like the opposite of individuality, and I think that the knight is supposed to kind of like represent that to a degree. The lack of individuality created by being, I guess, subsumed by the state. Anyway, whatever. That's totally an optional reading of the knight, and we'll do many more as the stream goes on. Okay, it's nitrovan, like the word nitro. Cool. Hell yeah. Nitrovan also says he's glad to see me using the Hexer hood. It's been kind of nice. I've been enjoying it, but I have more to say about hexing and stuff. And I've been trying to get to that, but there's so many voices these days, it's hard to keep track. Okay, that one's down. Let's get this one around the corner, and then I will answer some more of the voices. H says, "Oh, congrats on beating Sekiro. What boss was your favorite?" Oh, hell yeah! Well, you guys discussed that. I myself again played Sekiro until I got to that one like shaman with like purple balls, and that was that's where the game kind of took me out of it. I didn't really know how to proceed after that. Tried to go at it for like maybe like 50 attempts, and after that I was just like, okay, I'm not doing this anymore. Which is kind of weak mentality of giving up. I didn't actually mean to give up, but it just so happened that I went hollow by accident. Also, I bet that knight is coming around the corner. There you are. Okay. I didn't expect him to be that close, if I'm being honest. Okay, try me again. For real. You're gonna be fine. Oh, shit! He's gonna be fine, actually. Okay, just like go right around the corner here. Alright, we're okay. This is suboptimal by all means. Okay. There you go. Okay, that's what I thought. The wizard is learning. The knights are too mechanical in their movements. You can learn the strategy of the knights by just observing it over and over and over. So we're okay. Okay. Oh my gosh, so many. Okay. Wi-Fi says I think they're humans. Okay, so if they are humans, that's kind of makes it more fun to fight, as I'm not just fighting a machine. Although one could say, in a way, it's a kind of a metaphorical machine with, you know, infinite knights being made. Nitrovan says, as much as I hated the unfair stuff to a new player in that game, the second half was just as good, if not my favorite of the game. Okay, that's cool. I will get to Sekiro. I think after Elden Ring, might do Sekiro, just because, you know, it's at this point it's a tradition. If you play one From Software game, you should probably just do all of them. Whatever this is, I'm gonna pull it. There's a weird impulse. I don't know what that did, if I'm being honest. That's okay. Canon Schizophrenia YouTuber. Thank you, Epic. Appreciate that, Nitrovan. That's the goal. Wow, you sure are something. That's a lot of health you have there. I can't wait for a knight to come around the corner and kill me. Well, that really makes it easier. I feel like if I was just a melee build, I wouldn't be able to do that, and that does make things better. I also want to just jump down and go up, but that doesn't feel right either. What is it that I did? Oh, I lowered the drawbridge. That's great. Okay. What did I just hear? Heard something. Okay. Well, we're making progress, friends. Whoever was joining, thank you all for being here. We are Making our way through Dark Souls 2. Okay. The knight is in search of a meaning, ultimately. Sorry, the wizard, excuse me. I'm sure the knight is also in search. Actually, no, I would think the knight has already been given a meaning. And that's, like, the kind of a nice thing about being a knight. Oh my god! Oh my gosh, no. We can't do this, you guys. Why is there a corner? Why is there nothing there? Why are there 4 of them? Okay. Okay. This is wild. The wizard is getting overpowered on every corner. Is the wizard gonna start coping by saying he's underleveled? We'll see. That's not really a wizard's nature to do that, but he's almost tempted to say something like that. Okay. Okay. Wi-Fi says he's probably sunk over 2,000 to 3,000 hours into every Souls game at this point. Man, complete respect. Thank you for your service. That's insane, man. I mean, I respect the dedication. I don't think I can say that for any of the Souls games myself. Like, I don't think I've had that much time on any... on all the Souls games combined, if I'm being honest. I think maybe like 1,000 hours, like, total. But I don't tend to linger in them too long. I don't think I game as much as I'd like to be, admittedly. Yo, George, hello, friend. Welcome in. Shush everyone, let him gather his thoughts and get to the point of the Shadow Orb. We can sing a chorus after his finish. Thank you, George. You were wonderful. If you break those pots, it can give you fire resistance. According to False Door. Huh. Somebody with the name False Door advising you about breaking a certain terrain piece because it might give you a buff feels very suspicious, if I'm being honest, but I'll trust you. Sit down. What? Since when? Since when? Okay. They usually don't attack that in this many altogether. You guys are absolute menaces. Sheesh. Okay. Okay, what does everyone think? Is the Iron Keep too much for the wizard right now? Because I can't keep just banging my head against this place, but it doesn't feel like there's been any progress in the past 44 minutes, with the exception of that one lever, which, you know, makes me think I shouldn't be here. But that's also up to y'all, because I mean, yeah, I feel like there are many. Oh my gosh, that's not me. I think, yeah, let's consider this for a second. Are we going through with this? Also, I am going to get to the point of the Shadow Orb, I promise, soon. Okay. Let's see what everyone says. Also, Wi-Fi did warn me about getting flanked, so I am sorry, Wi-Fi. I can't believe I failed you there. Unfortunate. You're actually kinda underleveled, says Wi-Fi. Real. Okay, well, let's get the hell out of here and go somewhere else, because I'm not feeling it. This has been too much. We're not giving up, we are just tactically retreating, which, you know, most people who give up say, but we're actually tactically retreating, because we will be back here. This is why people hate Aged Crit says this is why people hate the Scholar version of the Iron Keep. They added way more mobs. I see. Okay. According to False Door, maybe 2 or 3 in total. I see. Fair enough. What's everyone saying? I think you could go to it as long as you continue doing this mostly melee. Also, Crit Multiplier, welcome to the stream. Happy to have you here, friend. How's your day going? Yes, you know what? We're doing a tactical retreat, y'all. I think it's canon. We are going to wherever the hell I just teleported to. I think we might find something of value where it is that I'm going. Also, at some point, I think I asked the voices about charms. Yes, charms. Okay, I remember. So I have to go to Falcon at some point and get a cool charm, and that might enable some greater sorceries and other things. So yeah, we're here now. Fogland of some kind. Here, what's? Oh, I didn't like that. Okay, that's more manageable. For a second, that was very concerning. Oh, okay. Interesting. So the homing soul arrow, don't know how to feel about it. It seems a little too slow of a cast, if I'm being honest. Might have to end up switching. Yes. Gosh, where am I? Where to hear these voices? I swear I hear voices, but maybe that's just me. Oh, fair enough. I should have expected that. Ooh, that's not good. Ooh. Ooh, okay, didn't like that either. The wizard is perhaps not the greatest at parrying, despite what he'd like to be. Nice. Okay, this is a reasonable location to be in. This feels more manageable in some ways. Yes. George says, "I bet I was close to reaching the respawn limit on one of those nights, man. That would have been wild. Just the gambler mentality of like, oh, just one more kill, and the knights will stop respawning." I think this is probably enough for now. It'll make our return to the Iron Keep all the more victorious, or glorious, I suppose. Don't know about victorious just yet. Actually, I would like to think of it that way. This is we're finding a limit on what we're able to do. Also, we just got Twinkling Titanite, you guys. 2 Twinkling Titanites. Guess what we are upgrading? I, of course, mean this thing right here. The Sunset Staff sure looks like something that's worth upgrading with those 2 Twinkling Titanites. So I'm excited for that. Yes. Nitro says he forgot how horrible this homing soul arrow was. I didn't expect it to be that bad. It barely does any damage, and then like it hits with about the same accuracy as given really any other spell. Also, just so y'all know, I've been rarely using my shadow orb, as y'all can tell. And here's my reasoning. So at the end of our last little adventure together, we ran again into Armorer Dennis, or I think that was his name. And that wizard, I mean, I've ran into him before, and he really showed me the kinds of wizardry possible, and I kind of began to aspire to him in a way as like a nemesis of a sort. Seeking mightier souls. Well, fair enough. Okay, well, not going here, I guess. But yes, I ran into him, and he destroyed me in the past. So much so I didn't even like dare fight him. And this time around, our paths met again, and I thought there would be a test of my will to go ahead and face off against Armorer Dennis and like see who's the better wizard. And here's the thing: although I beat him, it did take me 3 tries, and in the process, he did such crazy moves. And also wait, are you a real person? You are a real person. I don't like you. Hold up. Sorry, you guys. It's so off-putting not being able to lock onto this guy. Well, on a positive note, I think we're at a dead end, so I'm going to try a different route. I think it's only necessary, because I actually do think I cleared out everything there, and the Mightier Soul requirement made it so that I couldn't go any further in that direction. Unless I'm wrong, but it didn't look like I could. And trust me, I will indeed catch up with all the voices soon. But yes, as I fought that man, what are you? Okay, as I fought that man, I realized that all I was really doing was using my shadow orb. And while the shadow orb is honestly awesome, and I love the Shadow Orb. The Shadow Orb has actually been corrupting me in a way, and oh man, I wasn't expecting a troll around the corner. But yeah, no, the Shadow Orb turned out to be a corrupting force in that it made things too easy for me. I began too reliant on the Shadow Orb, and in becoming too reliant on the Shadow Orb, I think I lost my sense of style. And that's something extremely important to the wizard, because really, how are you going to be a wizard with a poor sense of aesthetic? If you just keep spamming Shadow Orb, then are you really any better than like a knight or something of that sort? When your moveset is so limited, it's like you feel mechanized, where every encounter becomes just spamming of the orb, and like the way I'm doing right now. Actually, you see how I'm able to just stalk while I'm orbing this man? I just killed a troll, precious creature. I mean, foul creature, but like, although I mean, still protected and endangered in some areas. So all that to say is, I believe the Shadow Orb has corrupted me, but not in the way I ever expected it to. It has made my style suboptimal. I've now only rely on the Shadow Orb, and now I'm trying to diversify that. I have my homing arrows, soul arrows, great arrows, and I want to get that other spells so that I don't purely rely on the orb. I don't think that dark magic as a whole is evil or anything, but I think that the orb has the potential to do terrible things to one's will. Yes. So yes. Okay. Let's see what is this man here. Orb. I am going to check in with the voices here in just a moment. Dude, just come close. Produce the symbol of the king. I don't know, man. I don't think I have that authority card. I've not really been on good terms with the king in quite a while. At least in my memory. But I still do want to kill this man. Ah! There we go. Flawless. You guys, am I even going in like a good direction? Because now I'm realizing like what am I even waiting for here? I don't think I have a symbol of the king to my knowledge. So, you guys, is this indeed where I'm supposed to be going? I mean, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. Can't really go through the worlds of Dark Souls 2 without, or worlds of Dark Souls without ever going up against dead ends. Oh my gosh, I have missed so much in the voices at this point. Let me go ahead and see what everyone's saying. Wi-Fi says Falcon is at the Huntsman's back at Huntsman's Copse. Huntsman's Copse. Let's look at Huntsman's Copse, whatever that might be. I'm sure I've been there before, but yeah. The Paladin was on his way to provide assistance, but his cat currently is sleeping on his lap. Thank you for that, friend. Human allergies. Oh no, I don't think I'll be doing that. Huntsman's. Also, thank you, Paladin. I appreciate that. Whoever doesn't know about the Paladin, our good friend Wi-Fi here has in the past, actually very recently, showed up and assisted us. So that was cool. Also, Huntsman's Copse, walkway, Huntsman's Copse. Let's go see Falcon. Let's go see Falcon and see what he's selling to us. Each grid says, doesn't homing soul arrow have better tracking while unlocked? I don't know anything about that. That could be true, but at the same time, I think it's too slow to have utility in that sense. Falcon. We look kind of similar. Hello. I didn't ask it for that. I don't actually think I have that many ties to the dark. Anyway, let's see what he's selling. Resonant Soul. Okay, that's a hex. That's also a hex. Lots of hexes this man's selling. Dark weapon. Resonant weapon. Ooh, that's cool. Okay, we are going to go ahead and spend a soul and buy ourselves some kind of a chime. Yes. Nitrovan says, unless you changed your game plan, I have missed a bunch. Oh, I kind of have, just like a tiny bit, yeah. Wife had some... Wife says some... Sorry, my current multiplier says, Wife some sacrifices have to be made, but a cat sure is tempting creature not to disturb. Yes, for sure. No, cats are cool. I actually didn't expect to like having a cat, but it's been a cool creature to have around the home. Chaos Rapier, yes. Archdrake Chime, interesting tool. Let's go for it. Also, do you have anything else for me? Come again as you like.
This man lies closest to the dark. That is why I came here. This kingdom collapsed long ago. All that are left are either undead or hollow.
I see.
Sacrifice faith like this.
Are you saying the abyss is close to us?
No matter, the time will come.
No matter what the... I don't know what time you're talking about, man. All this is suspicious, like, slander about, like, me and, like, the time to come and the dark. I don't know. Surely that will not come back into play later. That would be insane. Okay. Also, I have read several of the voices at this point, and I've not read them out loud. But I am keeping track of you guys. Wife says the problem is this game requires a lot of stat investments across the board, so making hybrid is quite difficult. Unfortunate. That's all right. We're getting there. We're not super professional. So yeah, crit multiplier also says, oh yeah, the dark spear is that good? Not used it once so far. Okay. Well, I don't. Well, you know, wait. We just got a chime. We just got a chime thing. Yeah, we can actually equip that. Are y'all excited to equip the chime? Let's see it. What are we? Nitrovan, my comrade. Oh my God, you beast. All right, I'm going back to the Hell Realm, working on transporting belongings. See you later. Thank you for joining, man. Thank you for the donation. Good friend. I deeply appreciate that. You sponsoring these streams, man. It's gonna keep happening. I'm sorry you've been busy. I hope one of these days we get to have you here longer and you have more conversations with you, dude. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Well, I feel like, again, it always feels like I should do like a dance or something, but I don't really have one. At most, I can really hit you with the thank you, Nitrovan. Glorious. Okay. Well, good times, y'all. Good times. And in celebration of that, let us now equip the cool thing. The chime, right? We have a chime? Yes, we do. What does it even look like? Sacred chime used by a member of the Archdrake sect of Lindelt. A catalyst for miracles and hexes. This land of Lindelt is governed by stringent laws, and those who dare defy them are punished without mercy. It is often the sinful who seek piety, spurred only by a selfish desire for salvation. That's kind of a based take on faith. What? That's interesting. Okay. What even is that? It's like a little bone thingy. It's not dark at all. It's again, harmful stereotyping. Just because a man has like bones in his weapon doesn't actually mean has any kind of evil intent. Yeah, and the reason I'm here is because I actually want to buy a little bit. Resonant Soul 23. Let's give it a shot. Let's actually buy the resonant weapon. I want to see that. I want to see what we can get. I'm very curious about these hexes and stuff. So we're gonna keep looking at those. Yes. Okay. Gosh, buy item. Yes, we are. Also, what is this? Nullifies death but breaks. No, we don't want that. That's not our style. What is this? Resonant Flesh. That seems cool. The hex developed independently by Outcast Falcon, transforms a certain number of souls into HP over a period of time. I think we're good. Great Resonant Soul. I think we're okay. let's use the resident weapon. I'm curious what that's going to look like. And yeah, well, let's also buy one of these. Why not? Tiny little resident hex. We have enough to afford it for now. Okay, we're traveling. But the question is, where are we traveling, my friends? Am I going back to this area? I think maybe some of y'all have answered it at this point, but I genuinely have no idea what to do here. Because we did just explore this entire shaded woods, or at least it feels like we have, and we didn't really find anything immediately, unless I've missed something huge. And then the Iron Keep is just, well, just a torture for the wizard, but he's willing to go through it anyways. What are you guys feeling like? I'm gonna do whatever y'all tell me to. H-Crit says he wishes there were more weapons for wizards. I have not felt the lack of weapons just yet, but perhaps it's there. And you know what, actually, while I'm waiting on everyone's response, I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade the Sunset Staff, because that would be pretty cool. Okay. Let's see here. Man, thank you, Langrast. You know, always have my back. Every time I come here, this man always like give such great support. Crit Multiplier says, have fun moving around the speed of sound. Don't know what that's about. It's a spell that uses the souls to cast, though. Careful with the dark. I'll remember that. I've not felt that much danger from it. I only that like it has numbed my style, which I'd like to amend. Also, does this require twinkling? That's just Titanite. Okay, so let's do the twinkling. Then like let's level this up a little bit with tight. Oh, I need more souls. Damn it. Also, I'm seeing what everyone's saying right now. Might want to be careful with resonant hexes. They require souls to deal maximum damage. Ooh, okay, well, it's cool to have just a flashy little thing for us, you know, just occasionally whip it out. I think I will be careful with them. Thank you all so much for the warnings. I did not know, but now kind of do, I guess. Have you dropped into the pit in Majula? I have not, no. If it's worth it, you know what? Sometimes we dive into the unknown, so might as well try it. There's a talk to the cat. There's a ring for you. You should buy from her. Okay, thank you, Wifat. The pit is also an option if you descend alive somehow. Not the pit, says Wifat. We want the pit, says False Door. All right, well I guess we're doing the pit. Let's see if I actually make it down. I suspect I will die of fall damage before anything happens. Let's see if the cat's... Oh, I was gonna keep upgrading my little chime thing. It's unfortunate. Here, where are you? Ah, dude, cool guy.
Oh, who are you again?
I'm just a wizard.
Oh, I'm not serious.
Oh,
You do have a rather pleasant scent. The type I'm quite
freaky cat. Okay, buy item. Okay, let's see what she has. Absorb HP from each defeated foe. That, I do love that. I have a story where, man, I was going through Blighttown, and I was like very... No, not even to Blighttown, just the area right before Blighttown, the one with just the dungeons. And I was really deep in there. And it was a complete maze. I did not know where to go. And I was completely out of Estus flasks. And then in the midst of it all, with just surrounded by rats in the mud of it, with like one hit of health surrounded by basilisks, I found this ring right here, the Ring of the Evil Eye. And then the next like an hour and a half of my life was just like slowly carving my way through that whole area, that whole dungeon, just finding sustenance from the enemies, just killing them one after another, you know, slowly hunting through the mud in hopes of just a little bit more health. And eventually I did actually find my way out, and that was probably one of my most memorable experiences in Dark Souls 1. I might get this later. Reduce damage from falling. Ooh, I bet that's what you guys are talking about. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna save up for that ring, sure. Easier to detect, to be detected by enemies, okay. Easier to connect to players who chose same god. Ah, okay. Can hear the voices of foes. Well, that's kind of cool. Man, lots of cool spells here. Let's... Nothing... Yeah, sorry, dude. Okay. Oh, that's not too bad. I feel like I can do that. So, like, my leg there, it really just gave out underneath me. I felt my femur entering my heart. That was really unfortunate. But that's okay. Next time... this time around, I'm just going to go ahead and grab my souls. And, you know, we're going to use an effigy and see if maybe we can tank that somehow. It would be kind of cool, admittedly. Yeah. Okay. Let's try it. Oh, yeah, y'all. I see y'all are saying about the effigy. Cat ring can help you get down the pit. Yeah, I bet. I don't have 13,000 souls, though, which is all right. To get to the pit, just be sure to lighten up your load before dropping. Is that a thing? Do you take more damage if you have more things on you? I've never heard of this. Is this a real mechanic? Crit Multiplier says, great story. The wizard has traveled far. Thank you. Yeah, the wizard is... the wizard used to be a Conan the Barbarian. That was his... I didn't tell y'all this very much, but the wizard had his barbarian arc in the past, and he actually is just kind of remembering it now that he's mentioning it. Again, a lot of this journey is just the wizard remembering what has happened to him in the past, and yeah, I guess that's just hoping to find more of the memories. Okay, about the load. I totally forgot to take that off. That's okay. We're learning. You know, sometimes the wizard has to kill himself a few times. That's just only necessary. Yes. Wi-Fi says knees disintegrated. Yeah, honestly, that was unfortunate. Okay, y'all ready for the naked wizard? This is safe for the stream, surely. How do I even take this off? Wait. Switch? Can I switch? How do I... Is there a button? Switch more... What? Can I just not take it off? My friends, any... Oh, okay, remove, okay. God, dude, oh, the wizard's kind of jacked the whole time. Epical? Okay. Well, you guys, this is... Moment of truth, y'all. Feeling pretty epic. Okay. Just ready for this plunge. In fact, you can explode from a small drop with enough equip load. You can explode from a small drop? What does that mean? Okay, alright, let's see. Let's give it a shot. Alright, so we're being... the voices are messing with the wizard. The wizard is not nearly tanky enough to tank that. That's okay. Okay, where else? Where else can we go? Because 13,000 souls is a little bit much for the wizard right now. The wizard is like a tiny bit broke. He used most of his stuff on getting cool hexes and is now financially indebted, which no one really wants to be watching, admittedly. So we'll see here. Equipping everything right back as it was. Maybe the rings destroyed me, perhaps. But I'm not gonna experiment again because, yeah, I think a little too much at this point. Also, am I currently fit enough to be using the sunset staff? Like, is that? Well, I don't think it's better yet than my other one, but I'll give it a shot. So, okay, also physical defense reduces. Okay, you guys, so Shaded Woods. Which one is Shaded Woods? People are saying go to Shaded Woods. I think this might be the way. Okay. I think we're gonna do that. We're gonna go to Shaded Woods, and whatever we find there, I don't know. We'll just experiment. Here. Are these? No, these are not the Shaded Woods. These are the Shaded. But where else to go in the Shaded Woods? I feel like I've already explored them, and I know over here there was nothing, and over here there might be still something. Maybe I could try there. Oh, interesting. Wi-Fi says buy the Ring of Whispers and talk to the Scorpion guy in the Shaded Woods. Fair enough. I like this quest. We're on a little journey now. Let's go ahead and buy that ring. Whoever is joining, welcome to the Deluge of Voices. We are in search of a meeting right now. This is my first Dark Souls 2 playthrough. And the wizard is figuring out the world. It's certainly been a journey. Right now, wizard is in a slight stupor regarding his prospects, but we're okay. Here, we're gonna use one of these. And I should start using souls of my foes more, like not just random soldiers.
We do have a... Hi,
Okay, there we go. Here, we're gonna do a Ring of Whispers. And you know what? I just realized I can actually use the souls of my foes. I shouldn't be.
Satisfied?
No, actually, I'm not yet. No, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna see how much I can spend here. So, I don't really think I want anything to do with Nashka. Well, maybe she's useful. But I don't think I need anything with the Covetous Demon. He was cool, but his soul can be eaten, and so can the soul of the Skeleton Lord. Well, actually, maybe I might preserve that in case he wants something from me later. But the Lost Sinner looks cool, and we're gonna take it. Should I have done that? That was a lot. That's not how much I expected. Wi-Fi says the wizard is currently gluing the shattered bones in his legs back together. Yeah, that's exactly it. Hang on, is Nashka defeated? Said Aged Crits. Yes, we actually did get Nashka. Oh, you could have summoned the Scorpion guy if I talked to Nashka. So sorry. Well, unfortunate, I guess. Yeah, no, Nashka has been, at this point, defeated. It happened yesterday. Not yesterday, but I think 3-4 days ago in the stream. And we actually are getting the rings now, because might as well, you know what? We're doing it. I actually also want the Evil Eye ring. I do like the Evil Eye ring. And we're also getting to level up a little bit, you know? We've been getting dogged on too much this stream. For those of you who didn't know, I am kind of sickly today, which not really an excuse, but I want to think that it slightly justifies how much suffering I've gone through. Here, we're okay. There we go. Let's do a little bit of intelligence, like that'll be good. And with the rest, we can get some life gems. Thank you for being around for this, like, just solid 20 minutes of just like micromanaging my inventory. We are now back in it. Well, almost. Sorry, I meant like now we are back in it. Let us equip the. I do like that one, but you know what? We don't actually need that many souls. Let's instead do the cat ring. Yes, I trust that. You all prepared? I think we're gonna do it. Wi-Fi says the wizard is currently gluing. Yeah, right. Sorry. Aged Crit says because you can progress past the boss room into a new area. Oh. Well, interesting. I guess we're going to do that next. But first we're going to jump in here. We've already decided upon it, so yes. And Wi-Fi says you can use the bonfire ascetic to respawn bosses to get their souls again. Oh, well, another time. Thank you for explaining that, though. Let's see. Is it going to happen? Let's go. Yes, glorious. Radiant Life Gem, I'll take it. We are... Dude. Okay, as long as that was not the biggest drop... As long as that was, in fact, the biggest drop we could have had, I think we're okay. And you know what? Unfortunately, I should probably just use my effigy at this point again, because we gotta We got to make it down somehow. Okay. I've explored that one descent in Yarnum, so I know how this works. I can do it. Okay. Let's go for it. All right, no damage from that. All right, good. Pharaoh's Lockstone, another one. Actually, I'm kind of anxious about the fact how many I have at this point. Feels like I might be using them a little too much. Okay, so this is the part where everyone dies, clearly. You guys ready? You guys ready? It's all or nothing, y'all. What the fuck? Okay. Alright, we're chill. No worries, y'all. Sometimes the wizard gets pranked like that. In fact, maybe I should have looked at those bloodstains, shouldn't I? That would have been smart. Okay. Unequip everything but your ring, says my friend Wife Hat here, so we're just gonna do that. Alright. I did get baited, Wife Hat. Thank you for pointing that out. You guys, what is this gameplay? Alright, let's try it again. This time we're gonna be just fine. A little better than the previous descent. It does make me wonder what we can even do. I love that this is in fact a mechanic, that this is how we have to get down here. I assume there might be another way, but yeah. Also, is this the reason y'all were so against the pit? Because y'all expected this to happen? I'm curious. Here, we're just gonna slowly descend, and I think... What do I think? I feel like I can tank that. But I'm also uncertain, so let's give it a shot. Let's just go down here and tank it. Yes! Just like that. Just slowly, one after another. If there's an enemy right down there, we are gonna kill it with our bare hands. Because I don't think we have another option, if I'm being honest, so yeah. Thank you, Wife Hat. I know you tried to warn me, but that's... I don't know. I guess it was futile, ultimately. Also, why am I using my life gems? I'm, the wizard isn't smart sometimes. That's right. Alright. Whew. Am I descending further down? I bet I am. But first, let me equip at least my staff. So I have that much. I'm gonna just explore just a tiny bit here. Ooh, yes! I'm glad we explored. Okay. The wizard is ready to die several more times, and that's really metal. What, like, are you real, or are you just... Is this a fossil, or was this carved? Let's see. Okay, I'm sorry, man. We're so similar. Is this like narratively going to be like the pit of despair? Like, is this going to be actually absolutely hellish? It'd be a wild twist if I just couldn't use a bonfire again, and that was it. Like, I just was stuck here eternally. Like, this is the one bonfire where... Okay. So we are gonna take care of these one after another. Ugh. Man, the rats are insane. Back when the wizard was trapped in the swamp for a decade, he had to... Well, he did subsist himself off of cloudberries. The rats were also one of his only options. Yeah, well, we might talk more about the decade trapped in the swamp story, but another time perhaps. Large soul of the nameless soldier. Well, that's good. I'll take it. There doesn't seem to be an apparent way to get down or to get in there, so we're... Let's just follow the light. Somebody here is maintaining this light, which tells me that there's more to this place than I first imagined. Perhaps this is like what happens to the people in Sparta that get like thrown into the hole and just somehow survive. They build a society, and oh. Okay. This is manageable. This is manageable even without armor. And you know what? The wizard is just going to put on a little bit of cloak, because it'd be kind of dumb if the wizard didn't, actually. So, the wizard's back in it. Yes, we are so locked in again. Also, the wizard was foolish. I think I destroyed that one ring by accident. I think. Did I? Never mind, I didn't. I thought I did mess up with the ring of restoration, but that's okay. Here, I'll put this on, and you know what? Also a little bit quicker cast time. I like this setup. Okay. Wi-Fi says, okay, never, not yet, sorry, Aged Crit says, there is an alternative method to descend with the NPC's help. I guess we're past that now. Crit Multiplier says, Grave of Wi-Fi. The pit is used to dispose of hollows. That makes sense. I mean, yeah, just looking at all these guys here, I assume these were once hollows, and have just gone so hollow that they just are sleeping now, but maybe I'm wrong. Man, something about that hole calls to me. Let's also equip a little shield. We do like ourselves a little shield. Not that shield though. That shield, we don't like that one. Yes. Wi-Fi is, sorry, the pit is used to dispose of hollows. I have died many times to this pit, says Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, it is brutal. Also, is this indeed a Pharaoh's Lockstone? No idea what it does, but we're going to use it. Because I kind of have a few. Sick, I'll take it. Seems like one of the few times they'll come up, so might as well. Okay. Waffet says, sorry, Chris Mossper says the rat. Yes, the rats are wild. Okay, excuse me. The rats, we're the rats. People are getting musical in the voice, in the stream of voices. Whisper of Despair. What is the Whisper of Despair, you guys? What could that possibly be? There's nothing about it. It seems like something I should possess. If anyone can explain to me what a Whisper of Despair is, that would be kind of great, because I actually would be very curious to know where I could find a use for it. Wait, is this the Whisper of Despair? Ooh, that looks cool. A hex that releases verbose darkness. The darkness echoes words of despair, reducing the defense of opponents. The dark blankets the world in black, a thing of tranquility, a thing of serene. Okay. Well, guess what we're equipping next? What am I doing? Crit Multiplier says, was that a cough or a sneeze, or both? Bless you anyway. Don't answer this one. I don't know about the whispers, man. Yeah, that was a cough. Oh. Sometimes the wizard recognizes the potential of the environmental storytelling and recognizes that perhaps there's going to be something that can turn him to stone in this nearby place. And also the rats are kind of crazy here. Man, can't have an area without rats, especially that big. It's almost like New York or something. Anyway. Well, that's cool, I guess. We are not able to go there just yet, but although maybe there's another Pharaoh's Lockstone, perhaps not. We'll keep exploring. There is another Pharaoh's Lockstone. What's up with? There's multiple. What is happening here? Get orbed. I do like the shadow orb. The shadow orb is quite pleasant, but it gives a little too much surety. What? What is this? I know not what to expect. Here, what are we looking at? Is it still closed? I have a feeling that it'll... something will unlock with a Pharaoh's Lockstone, because there's so many of them. So I'm going to keep doing them. And I guess maybe that'll be worth it. The wizard is not entirely sure why he's here. What do you mean? Is that just... did I just... what? Everything broken? All of my robes broken? Well, that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate, you guys. Huh. Crit multiplier says tranquility and serenity. I don't know. We'll see about it. Let's do another one. Let's see. Let's use of all of our lockstones. Rats and creatures like it are even if... wait, what? So this seems like a cool gimmick. You just give it all your Pharaoh's Lockstones and it breaks your armor. That was enlightening, I suppose. Okay, what do we have here? Homeward Bone, fair enough. Are the rats gonna go for me? Looks like not. Did I spend enough money to not get, like, destroyed? Or did something open? If I did just... is there another one? So look, like the... man, okay, I really hope I didn't just waste 3 lockstones, because that'd be kind of sad, I guess. The wizard wouldn't... oh, wow. Huh. Well, this is cool. Did the thing open? Did I just... this is what gambling is like, guys. Wow. Okay, well, the wizard just got pranked, like, very hard. Cool architects in this place. Okay, well, we're gonna go this other way. Looks like most of our stuff is... should I... no, I'm not going to. But maybe... the desire. I mean, of course, but maybe it opened, you know? You never know. 4 lockstones, it's totally gotta be worth it. It's still closed. Okay. Whoever's joining the stream, welcome to the Deluge of Voices. We are so fucked. Wow, okay. That's alright. The wizard takes an L sometimes. That was really uncalled for. The wizard is gonna go repair his equipment back at Majula before he loses it. That's alright. Great Multiplier says the wizard is trying to beat the gambling addiction in a rat-infested graveyard. Yeah, that's classic wizard moment. Yeah, I guess, you know, gambling like leads you to the worst places. Here, what can we repair? Yes, we'll repair that, and repair that, and then run out of money again. Man, you know, let's talk a little bit about Dark Souls and meritocracy. I think that's a subject that comes up a lot in the discussion of this game, in terms of the kind of like mindset that the game like facilitates as you play it. So I feel like just imagine if we descended into that pit and there were no bonfires, and when you died, you just stayed in that pit. Like, then you would actually be like the rest of those hollows there, and that would be kind of insane. And it feels like, in a way, this is supposed to be like a fantasy where we are, you know, I guess what's the word? This, oh my god, are you serious? That's a lot of money for just the evil. Okay, yeah, like in a sense, we are supposed to be just like everybody else. We're supposed to be like one number in the 700 million over there on that phallic pedestal. But yet we kind of aren't, though, because we are actually able to, you know, make huge progress in a way that like most of the hollows in this world aren't given, which I don't know. I think that's interesting. I have more to say on that. Just a moment. Let me make sure I have this equipped, and also this should probably be changed, I suspect. There we go. That'll do for now. Yes, and we're gonna descend right back down into the pit. Yes, but all that to say was, and have y'all seen much of the discourse? Like the idea that Dark Souls makes you kind of simulates like the meritocratic capitalist fantasy where everyone indeed has the same like ability to overcome like the odds of the world and come out on top. Anyway, whatever. There's several essays on it and several articles. Might go into it a little bit more in a second. I really expected a boss fight just there. Ooh, that's a lot of rats. Are we gonna get completely swarmed? That is a lot of rats. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna just... What if we go... No, we can't go across yet. Okay, stay back, stay back. Ah! Nope. Gosh. Just seeing like glimpses of the chat, just rats, we're the rats. Thank you, YFAT. Man. Rats are interesting in these games. Oh gosh, that's so many. Are they just Royal Rat Vanguard? What do you mean? Where? Oh, what? Is that it? Oh, no. That's suddenly really not cool. Not really bad even. I mean, I like how much damage we just did there. This doesn't strike me as a boss fight, though. Are we literally just fighting a lot of rats in a room? This is like kind of actually insane boss design when you think about it. Alright. Man, something's happened to the wizard this stream. I guess like in his plague he has begun to slightly lose his mind and now has a gambling addiction and is now instead of fighting demons and gods, he's like in the sewers in a graveyard fighting a bazillion rats, and these are in fact the foes he faces now. I wonder what's like the gimmick like with all the rat symbolism here, because you'd think of it as an infestation, but clearly it's not an infestation because I mean they made actual statues for these guys that are everywhere. Fascinating stuff. Okay. Wifet says, we pray at night, we stalk at night, we are the rats. Thank you. That you just get copyrighted. Oh, I like these bones. What are you?
Leave this place, human. We have no time for that kind.
I don't think okay.
But filth.
Are you cursed? I mean, I've met people who've been cursed into being rats, but this one gives me the aura that he was, in fact, a rat his whole life. Seems like a pretty scholarly rat. I'm going to keep pestering this man.
Is there a rat tail, human? First one of my rat burrows conquered. This will not go unnoticed. Rejoice, for the right to serve me is now thine.
This is a hell of a rat.
Let me ask, wilt thou thy human soul surrender and pledge
Okay, let's consider this for a second. This seems like this is a new low for the wizard. You guys have condemned me in the past for like, oh, he's like starting to use dark magic or whatever, which I still am on the defense about. It'd be even called dark magic. I don't really fully think it's its nature, although it is a little corrupting in a way. Joining the Rat King sounds like a bad idea. I don't know. There's like, this is not a thing that people like dream about. You don't like hear children growing up and talking about, oh my god, I wish I could serve the Rat King, you know? It's usually like an astronaut or something. It's like, where do you have to end up to be like, I'm going to serve the Rat King? Probably if you're trapped in a pit and there's no system of authority except for a gang of rats. I don't know, you guys. I kind of don't want to make this place my life, and vowing allegiance to the Rat King feels like a bad idea. What do you guys think? Is it worth it to serve the Rat King? Is this the Rat King? What makes him the Rat King? Is he just because he has aesthetic like aura farming on the pile of bones? Is it and can speak? I mean, he's kind of convincing, but I don't see what I'm going to get out of this. Y'all, what do y'all think? Crit says you shall be granted the audience with the Mouse King. Yeah, it's interesting. Join the King, Crit Multiplier says. Well, Crit Multiplier has been actively like trying to tell me not to join the dark side, and now he's telling me to join the King. ... Okay. The wizard is... everyone's telling me to become a filthy rat. Okay, I'm getting trolled by the voices. I'm now one with the rats.
One who perceiveth true beauty. Human, thou mayst serve. Take this ring. It was forged by a human who was once among us. The ring draws to thee those who would defile our burrow. Wear the ring whenever
Something feels like a horrible deal has been struck in the dark.
those who would dare provoke our ire. I will grant unto thee all thou shouldst so desire. I prithee serve with a true rat's honor.
I mean, I'll be honest, this is kind of really cool. I actually fuck with the rat quite a bit. Honestly, he seems kind of chill now that I think about it. As I was like looking into his eyes, I kind of saw these like myself, and then I think I saw like a memory of a night entering my family's home and then coming out like covered in blood as I was like held in chains. I don't know what that was about. Anyway, there was also spirals in this guy's eye, so I don't know. Something that was very compelling, and I ultimately followed the voices that were suddenly unanimous for some reason, and now we are, in fact, serving the Rat King. That's a sick-ass skull. I sculpt a lot with 3D like modeling materials, and God, I love putting skulls on things. If y'all want to check out my stuff, check out Peter at Comrade on Instagram. This is I would kill for that in a tiny, tiny scale, like a skeleton that clear. That's so good. I love using bones. And here we are. Okay. Progress. Pharaoh's Lockstone. Well, I guess it's good that we got 2 earlier, so now it feels like the waste hasn't been too great. And the descent continues on into hell. Oh man, okay, the pit really is already full of wonders and strange horrors. I don't know what to expect, if I'm being honest. Checking in with the voices, join the king, and then our tails entangle, Crit Multiplier says. Didn't know that you yourself were a rat multiplier. Become a filthy rat. Temptation is a curious thing, says Crit Multiplier. Wi-Fi says, if you listen closely, you can hear the wizard's heart shrivel and blacken when he's joined. I didn't know about that, but maybe you're onto something. Maybe you're onto something. We're gonna have to see. Gosh, okay. Here we are once again on that parkour duty. Skeleton, therefore weakness rear. I will rate this, sure. If we're going to see a bunch of skeletons, that's still concerning. If y'all remember, I do not have good terms with the skeletons these days. Skeletons have been problematic for sure in my life. Also, it doesn't look like we are that in trouble, so actually let me make sure I actually do have my weapons. I expected much greater jumps, if I'm being honest. That's alright. To anyone joining the stream, we are slowly descending into a pit of rats and hollows and skeletons. This is my first time with Dark Souls 2. Don't really know what to expect as we descend further. I guess only time will tell. Gosh, okay. I think this is a reasonable loadout. Let's see. Surely I'm not going to die from this. In fact, I didn't suffer any damage. Cool. I don't want to fight more skeletons. They don't have, I don't know, they're good people, most of them, but I just, not on good terms. Let's see. Can I do this? That looks reasonable. Oh, you come back here. Surely you're not going to lead me towards the skeleton, are you? You're going to leave me alone, aren't? Okay. Those little things, love them, but man, so fast. Okay. Homeward bone. Oh, this is we're at the bottom of the pit now. Okay, well there's no more need to parkour that much, so I'm gonna take off the cat ring now. And what is this? Ring of the Rat King Covenant. Join the Covenant and wear this ring to lure trespassers of the Rat King's territory into your world. If you receive this ring, rejoice in the opportunity to demonstrate your allegiance to an eminently noble being. Yeah, when I saw that the Rat King, I really didn't think it was, didn't think very much of him initially. But as I was looking into those like black soulless eyes, I was just compelled by something. Clearly, it was by the good in his heart and the nobility of his, rodent self. Let's see. Can we get a trap? No, thank you. Okay. Ash Knuckle Ring. Well, what are we working with here? Ash Knuckle Ring. That's a sick-ass ring. Increases petrification resistance. Well, that's curious. I wonder what that's about. I sure haven't encountered anything that petrifies me yet, and only encountered petrified people. You're not going to petrify me, are you? Are you going to explode? It was true. Oh, he actually did, like, conclusively explode. Okay, well, that's interesting. He dropped a human effigy, which is nice. Oh, I can't express how happy I am that that is not actually poison that I'm walking through in this moment. That's a huge win in my book. Great heal. I don't know if we're going to be using that, but always nice to have a little bit extra options in our spells. As for this knight, let's see what he... Oh, he can. He's nothing. We're gonna take care of him. I think... I don't... Like, some knights really, I don't know, are just complete menaces, but then there's just a good chunk that just, like, wannabe knights. Like, what knight would let this happen to him by a wizard, you know? That Pursuer Knight, that one in particular, you know, now that I think about it, I actually remember, like, kind of was like him, actually. Like, the knight that entered my family's home that day kind of looked a lot like him. Anyway, I don't know what that's about. Let's get a trap, huh? Let's get a mimic. Yes, we're okay. Sublime Bone Dust. Sublime Bone Dust. I'm assuming that's for the bonfire. What is this? A rat tail. A severed rat's tail. Demonstrate a fidelity by offering it to the Rat King and strengthen the bond with your covenant. The Rat King is proud and merciful, as any king true to his stature should be. The Rat King looks favorably upon those who follow the path of the right, even disgraceful humans. Wow. I sure feel worse about being myself human. How could I be human, guys? It's such a miserable thing as opposed to being a rat. Honestly, I don't know how I never realized how majestic rats were. It's like it's like there's this like voice, a new voice in my head that's telling me like about my own inferiority to the rat race. How curious. Surely nothing bad will come of this new voice. It sounds very righteous and right, and the deeper I go into here, the louder it gets, and the more I just feel like ashamed of my own like body here. How interesting. Anyway, Wi-Fi says you can probably use the sunset staff now. Oh, interesting. Let me see about that. Also, Crit Multiplier says praise the noblest of kings. Pursue your dreams of a filthy undead. Either is fine. Interesting. Okay, let us get it. Let's get this staff. Is it any better? It doesn't look like it's better. 168, only 127 though. It feels like it's worse at everything, except for that one stat that goes up to 15, which doesn't seem to be too big of a thing. So I think for now, let's just keep using our regular staff, unless I'm misunderstanding the scaling. Okay. Yeah. But that was, looking into the eyes of the Rat King, suddenly, thinking more about my family. The wizard had a family at some point. It's, Doesn't really remember his family, if he's being honest, but he definitely had it, because he remembers their screams. Like, they were very distinct. Anyway, that is not a mimic, surely. Oh, we're okay. Token of spite. We're really in a hateful place full of just like gambling, poison, noble rats, graves, filthy hollows. This is a very strange place to be in, and that's interesting. Ah, no, you don't. Okay. This looks dreadful. What we just walked into, I'm genuinely very concerned. This seems... Is this like Blighttown? Are we just entering Blighttown? I did it again, didn't I? Huh. That's a cool mechanic. I like that I get randomly shot with poison darts. The gutter. Alright, you guys, the wizard is really on that, like... that rat grind, that rodent lifestyle. Now, oh, fuck me. All right, we're okay. Okay, checking with the voices. Wi-Fi says it has better scaling. Okay, I'll give that a shot then. Also, you actually did have a family, if you remember the beginning cutscene. That's interesting. I don't very well. In fact, I'm going to revisit it in that case. Huh. Crit Monster says, family fun time. Wait, screams. Yeah, I don't know what's about the screams. But the night was very bloody when he came out. Strange times. Welcome to the gutter. It's hell, says Wi-Fi. Jams. Oh, hello, Jams. Great to have you here. Oh no, the gutter. Skull emoji. Okay, we are probably so fucked. Okay, may I ask you guys, is Gavlan nearby, or is anybody who's going to help me with this poisonous hell? I have 40 life gems, which I admittedly don't intend on spending soon, but I feel like I'm going to have to if all that down there is indeed poison, like what it looks like. Okay, maybe that's not poison. That looks fine, but that's a lot of damage. That is a bonfire. Okay, good progress. Y'all talking about the gutter being evil or bad. So far we're pretty chill. So far we're doing okay. Crit Multiplier says plowing through the filth, a true rat you one day can become. Gosh, man, I do think like these games they try you the hardest, like in their poison areas. It's like when you feel least like a hero, when you really just have to just accept your own lowliness, not even just loneliness in this world, and really just become like waste, and I don't know. I'm slightly dreading this, actually very much dreading it. The poison's probably going to destroy me, but other than that, I think we're going to learn something about the wizard. He's escaped a poisonous swamp that he spent 10 years in, so he's not too scared, but who knows. Here, let's equip 2 staffs. Can I equip 2 staffs? Effectively, can I do that? I can do that. Tush, tush, tush. Okay, tush, tush. Alright, let's try it. Oh, fuck me! Sorry, okay. Excuse me. I wanna switch my language more. I think the wizard... Ooh, the wizard likes that. That's a sick-ass staff. Oh my gosh, wow. Oh, hello. Sorry, he was also fascinated. You know, we both kind of like lost track of time looking at the sunset staff. And I want to watch my vocabulary a bit more. I think I've been saying fuck a little too many times, which is fine, you know, but, you know, the wizard would much rather be more in the immersive role of a wizard, actually speaking like a wizard. So, oh, you creature. Yes, okay. Perhaps, what is it? Maybe in this abyss we will find redemption. That's scary. Is that a... That's not. It's nothing for me here. Wi-Fi says you actually got your character's backstory pretty correct. Ha! One of the voices is just confirming my own backstory to me. Is this indeed... Is one of the voices more knowledgeable about my origin than I realized? I mean, I still am trying to figure out the nature of the voices of you guys. What are you even? How do you know this information that I shouldn't know about? Because you are all technically a part of me as a result. Or at least I think y'all are a part of me to some degree, or I am a part of all of you. Damn. These 2 protagonists is the only one we actually know something about their past before the game. This is very Dark Souls 2, says Jams. Interesting. I do not know what you may mean by this. Science and Staff is A+ style. It's so cool. I love this thing. We're definitely gonna let this thing corrupt us. I mean that in like a good way. But yeah, just say fuck with a more Shakespearean accent. Fuck Shakespearean. Fuck. No, that's not Shakespeare. I don't know how Shakespeare sounds, actually. I've not really been much of a Shakespearean myself. Oh, classic summoning circle. Yeah, no. I remember using these kinds back when I was just beginning with necromancy. Wait a minute. I don't know. Okay, so I guess maybe at some point I myself was a necromancer, and I don't... Well... Gosh, okay, well, we are poisoned now, and it's locked, and we're poisoned, and that's okay. We're just gonna use this life gem and hope we're fine. Well, that's interesting. I don't remember too much about my necromancer past, if I'm being honest, at this time, but that felt very natural to say, going off my lips, that I was at some point a necromancer. And that kind of actually explains to me my own allegiance with the skeletons at some point, and my expertise with them. I didn't realize that those necromancers I've spoken about had a degree of relation to me that was more personal than I had expected. Anyway, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I wasn't, but it feels very right to say I was at some point a necromancer. We don't know. Whatever that is, I fear it very much. Stay away from me. Gosh. The strange beast. I like these heart-shaped things. Makes me actually kind of want to kid bash something. That's really awesome. Just having these jars full of arteries and veins sticking out. Okay. Crit multiplier says Lamau. Is he's onto us. Scatter. Well, maybe that is indeed your nature. Maybe we are all a part of this weird amalgam, a kind of a human voice assemblage. Human. Oh, actually, I'm not even human. I'm part rat, right? Or at least I want to be part rat. That would be so cool, man. It'd be so honorable to be a rat. Can you imagine? Just the sheer glory and radiance. I wish I could just get on all fours and just like feel my two front teeth pushing the others aside as the others scatter across the floor, and my jaw gets distends out of my skull, and I just feel what it's like to make those like little yipping noise. I don't know what I'm talking about. Sorry, you guys. Anyway, I just got Twinkling Titanite. That's pretty cool. We're doing good, you guys. Huh. Fragrant branch of your glorious. We can cure more people now. Let us remember where they all hide. Soul of a nameless soldier. Okay. We're making good progress. I feel like I should at some point whip out my staff. Actually, have I been on this floor? I forget myself. It's such a strange place here. I do not know where it is exactly I'm supposed to go. It feels like something is going to break beneath me every time I step somewhere. Wi-Fi says the walls are leaking. The walls are leaking. How do you know this? Okay, I'm going to keep a lookout for that. I suspect that means I'm on a timer of some kind before we all get consumed in sludge. Oh, stop that. Those things are truly evil. Okay, you stop that. Oh! Well, I'm glad it didn't fall further there. Oh, it can always get worse, for sure. It's alright. Crit Multiplayer says, damn, the rat should have... Never mind, excuse me. Oof. That was too close for comfort. Okay. Crit Multiplier says, damn, the rats should have repaired the roof. Yeah, I guess so, but we can't really blame the rats. The rats, they don't have time for that. They have greater deeds laid out for them. Crit Multiplier says, rat-human hybrid. Oh, man. It's like the sheer shame one would feel, being only a hybrid, having that human in them. I guess that's where I'm at right now. Unfortunate times. Here. Wow. Okay, so I actually can't express enough how relieved I am to know that there isn't a swamp down there. Because death is honestly kind of preferable than being stuck in a swamp and knowing that there's a swamp I'm supposed to explore down there. We can easily do that. We can. Okay, y'all. Okay, I'm so much more confident now. We're totally fine. Let's kill all these people. Oh, hello. Yeah, we know where we're going now. Kind of. I just gotta follow my heart, as they say. And listen to the voice of the rat. Follow that rat desire. Yes. Oh, how dare you? Okay. The dark is encroaching on your soul. Wi-Fi, I don't know what you mean. I think I at most imagine like a beautiful gray and black rodent with a pale eye and a black eye, both looking into me, consuming my essence slowly in like a kind of a beautiful cathartic kind of way where I'm actually relieved to be consumed. I don't know what you mean, man. It's strange times for sure. So yeah. Okay, wait, is that thing still there? It is still there, and actually we don't need it. We don't need that on our lives. We can just walk away. Sometimes the wizard is content enough to just walk away. Okay. A wizard rat human hybrid, I guess. Yeah, fair enough. Crit multiplier. Okay, I want to check in with the voices, but there's so many little creatures here, all of which will meet their end very swiftly. Here. Ugh, ugh, I don't want that. That's just gonna break me. Okay. Huh. Away, waves, torch. Yeah, actually I had that thought. Yeah, very kind of villager coded, that one. True Yarnamite from earlier. So last time, this is where we tried to make the... Well, I wanted to make the jump, and then I didn't make the jump. Well, we're going to try to make the jump, and I think we're going to be successful. Wow, that wasn't good. I will not be doing that. Or I'll be doing it more carefully this time. You plague-ridden rat, says YFAT. I don't know what you mean, guys. You guys told me to join the rat, to look into the Rat King's eyes and accept the rat. Okay. I recommend a torch, the rat shaman. Okay, Jams, I don't know about this rat shaman. I don't think that's... No! You guys saw that, how the wizard just kind of slips sometimes. It rarely happens. That's okay. Well, honestly, we're just getting faster and faster at this. In fact, I can just kind of run past most of the guys now. It's we are internalizing the area here. We're just going straight here. I can move faster and swifter. Yes, just like that. And we're basically already there. This time it's going to be even faster, I suspect. Here we go. They're... Like, yeah, the fact that they're so slow kind of doesn't makes me not so worried about the possibilities of failure here. Okay. That was... Maybe that's not the direction I'm supposed to go, but it really feels like I could have made that. Having that statue there in the way was suboptimal, you know. But then we can just make it back in less than a minute once again, so we're okay. Wi-Fi says he recommends a torch. You know what? You're right. Let's get this torch going, and it's really gonna help us. Oh, thank you for explaining the Wi-Fi thank you for explaining the torch stands mechanic again. Let's give that a shot. All right. Oh, the wizard's so in it again. Okay. Anything? Nothing. Okay. Nothing yet again. Ha! Get torched, dude. Okay. Anything, anywhere. Nothing so far. Wait, are these torch stands? Oh. That's cool. I like that. I actually really like that. I thought that was a summoning circle. My bad. I guess maybe it was once a summoning circle. I mean, that's kind of... This is like the most basic, like, necromancy adjacent summoning circle, so... I guess it was once... I guess it's being repurposed now. Also, the walls are bleeding. You're so right. Wait. This is... what even is that? It looks like reality is breaking down around those walls. Okay. Okay, Jem says, yeah, easy run back. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this is a kind of a pleasant surprise, if I'm being honest. Usually this kind of thing is a lot more painful, but, I mean, maybe I'm just... Maybe I'm being deceived by the torches. So not by the torches, but by this whole area. Maybe it is, in fact, much more grim than I had ever expected it to be. Maybe it's... Sorry, no, excuse me, sorry. What I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say, maybe it is way... way longer than I had expected it to be, and that would make sense. Here, let me just orb these people. What? Where are you? I swear there was more than one. I think he just fell down. Okay. Okay. Am I supposed to make that jump? I think I am. I think I'm just messing up the jump, and that's all right. To anyone joining, welcome to the stream. You are now in the Deluge of Voices. This is my first Dark Souls 2 playthrough, and we are following this wizard's journey. I'm not myself entirely the wizard, although maybe kind of a conduit for it, for him. He has, in some ways, his own will, and I've talked about how that works in the previous streams, so maybe consider checking those out later. But yeah, this is a single, like, I guess, big narrative experience we're undertaking. So it's fun. We're having a great time here. So we are slowly making our way back. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to do that jump. If I am, in fact, wrong, please do correct me, friends. Crit Multiplier says, we love to see a wizard try, fall, and fail. Despite everything he has done for us, we want to be entertained. Rats can't fly. Oh, I'm sorry. Next time, surely. Next time, for real. For real. Yeah, that's the spirit, Crit Multiplier. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this. Y'all really make this such a delightful time. I feel like I would have enjoyed Dark Souls 2, regardless of whether or not there were comrades involved, but you guys really have made this experience already, like, kind of probably one of the most unforgettable gaming journeys I've ever had myself. Just because, I mean, kind of rare that you get 100 people, like, hanging out with you and playing games. Kind of kind of awesome. Thank you all. But yes, all right, now let's give it another shot. I think this time it's got to be it, for sure. Because like, it has to be, right? That's totally a manageable jump. I'm slowly building up my tolerance to gravity. You're so right, Wi-Fat. I think that's exactly what's going to do it. Oh, Crit Multiplier says, don't forget to give out likes to the stream. I don't know what you're on about, man, but, like, I like your thinking. Y'all don't have to listen to him by any means, but, like, he's kind of a cool guy, so I don't know. We'll see. Oh, gosh, my bad. Excuse me. Maybe that's karma. Maybe that's me getting lost in my mind. Okay, let's make this jump for real this time. I think I can do it. I think I can do it this time for real, for real. This is a good problem to have. You see the way we actually overshot the jump? That, to me, says that we are actually on the path to success. Guys, but actually, though, voices, I summon you voices. Is that actually where I'm supposed to go? I've not found another way. Well, maybe I have. Maybe I'm being stupid. I feel like that can't be it. Because, I mean, maybe it is it. I'm gonna try not to jump, because at this point it's actually kind of difficult to not jump. It feels so tempting each time. Okay, I am thankful for how quick the run back is, because if this was like even like a minute longer, I would probably, I don't know, I'd be feeling a little sad, but we're okay. Okay, Crit Multiplier is laughing at us, which I admittedly understand at this point, but that's okay. We're fine. There's a platform to the left when you keep falling. Okay. You know what? What about that? What about that, you guys? Oh, you know, let's make sure I have grabbed enough stuff here. Yeah, there we go. Souls are slowly being added up. I don't like that those things break my armor. I should just kill them. Dark Souls does make you feel like a badass sometimes. It is actually so awesome being able to like actually like just kill people like so stylishly, like you see in Dark Souls. Okay, so clearly fuck those people. Okay, wow, okay. Alright, we're in trouble now. Let's take our time and not get destroyed. Okay, we gotta kind of just gotta wait out this poison. Surely, as all things, it'll end. Okay. Also, tell you what, guys, I'm probably gonna stream for, we'll see, maybe like another 30, 40-ish minutes, and then I'll probably begin to wrap up. I did have to start the stream a bit later today than normal, for which I do apologize. Okay. Y'all, there's such a... Yeah, that was what I was talking about. That desire to just jump, into the abyss, whatever. All right. We're in the gutter. How much further can we even fall? Let's see. Crit multiplier says the abyss. Oh, yeah, fair enough. Okay. All right, let's give it another shot. Let's try to get the torch out and see if there's perhaps... Maybe my jumping technique is wrong. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to be doing, right? That's the issue. That's the jumping technique, not that I should not be doing that entirely. Here, we're gonna light a torch again. I do like the torch mechanic. It's actually kind of cool that it's sort of on a timer. Okay. Nice. The desire to take a leap, a leap of faith, yeah. It just feels so attainable, It's just right there. Just go for it, and everything else feels more precarious. I can smack the poison things. For some reason, they don't look smackable, but I'll go ahead and try that out. Thank you for pointing that out, Jams. Sometimes the voices do great things for us. Okay. Okay, step away. I can't express the temptation to just do it, To just jump for it. Maybe this is where I'm supposed to go, but it feels like it's going to break for some reason. I don't know why I have that feeling. Oh, it didn't break. You guys, am I... Okay, the wizard... The wizard is, psychotic. He didn't even think about the possibility of the... I swear I thought this thing broke earlier. This is the funniest revelation. Perhaps... Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, now we can do a human effigy. And this is the point where if anybody wishes to, I suppose, invade or anything of that sort, this would be probably a good time. Talking to the crit multiplier and YFAT, if you guys are at all interested at this point in some kind of multiplayer, I think I'm going to do another half hour. And I'm using a human effigy, and I'm locking the hell in. Now we know where to go. Success is surely a thing of just patience at this point. We know the path to victory. And so here we go. Okay. And I should have... Okay, never mind. I should have grabbed a torch there, but that's okay. But yeah, I was saying earlier, the stream started like a tiny bit late. Well, not a tiny bit late, but later than normal. Which, that shouldn't be the case in the future. I do like starting it around 7 p.m. CST. /19 if you do military time. But yeah, no, I think we're still making pretty good time on the stream. So let's see, what do we have here? Despite everything, there actually has been progress, even if kind of strange progress. Good. Orbed. Orbed again. This feels kind of cool. Although I am getting surrounded. Okay. We're doing alright. We're making nice and steady progress. The paladin is being repelled by an unknown force. It smells like a rat. Oh. That interests me. Michael, friend, hello. I always get lost at this part. I can't remember how I got through it. Don't think you need to make the jump though. Thank you for explaining, Michael. Yeah, I think we're at the right place now, or at least in the right direction for sure. Gosh. Okay. So, ooh, that's not good. Those are wild. Okay. Wish I had my torch out. That would be cool, but that's all right. We are steadily making progress. Whatever that thing is, I really like it. It has nice body horror feel to it. I have no clue what like that even is. Does anyone know what that is? If anyone just has a name for it, that would help me appreciate it more. Oh, damn it. Ah. Oof, 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 oof. No, 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 no. Oh, that was crazy. That was a lot of poison very quickly there. Slow and steady wins the marathon, says Crit Multiplier. Well, lesson learned too late there, but that's unfortunate. That's right. We still got it. Curious. Whoever is new here, I'm curious. How are you guys finding the stream? Because there's been like it's been pretty consistent that like about like 100 people has been showing up, which has been still kind of crazy to me, and I'm just genuinely curious. Where are y'all from? Are y'all just coming by from the recommendations, or are you all are any of y'all subscribers? Or yeah, either way, I appreciate y'all being here. It's been really fun having y'all on this journey. Yes. Okay. Again, classic run back. We've seen this a few times now, but now we actually know where to go. And actually have some things to light with my torch. Alright. Also, I'm curious, also, are there any parts of the game any of y'all are especially excited for me to reach? Any names I should know that, like, are of a special interest to particular comrades here? Oh, didn't see you there. Being able to just cast these people, like, away is kind of awesome. Okay. So many souls. I mean, voices. Interesting. Yes, there's a. I mean, 92 people. Hey, y'all are awesome. Thank you for being here. I didn't know I could melee with my staff. That's kind of cool. I wonder if that damage is at all important. Okay, we're just gonna light this place up a little bit. Up. That was purely intentional dodging on my end there. Okay, there we go. This feels like kind of like a bootleg Blighttown, but it's cool. I'm interested in seeing its depths. Here. Oh, a chest. Yes. Okay, not a mimic. Black Firebomb. That was sort of worth it. Okay. Nothing too crazy, I suppose. Okay, continue on down here. Drengley Castle is my favorite, says Crit Multiplier, and Shrine of Amana. I don't think we've gotten to either of those, so I guess lots of potential there for us. Okay, this time just gotta be slow and steady with it. Stop it! Okay, we're okay. Just take your time. Take your time. We're good. No, I meant to do the light bonfire. Here we go. I didn't see that thing down there. All right. Jams says Iron Keep is his favorite. Hello, Jams. So, I'm assuming there's more to the Iron Keep than we've just seen. To those just joining, in the beginning of the stream, we were trying to get through the Iron Keep for probably a good 40-50 minutes, and there was zero progress. And then I was told that I was probably kind of underleveled for it, or perhaps underskilled, and was sent away to explore other places. I'm really glad y'all pointed me towards the pit, because despite the horrors and that very vivid wet gnawing that now is happening to the back of my neck, that kind of feels like rat's teeth. Despite all that, I am actually very glad we're here, because it feels like every moment we're actually progressing towards something, which makes us all worth it. Ultimately, the wizards journey is one of a pursuit of meaning and ultimately a search of meaning. If y'all remember, it began with a desire to die, or holistically, because he couldn't do so before. I mean, just think about it. Being an undead does that to you. Where you try to die, and no matter what you do, it just doesn't work. At least not in the way you want to. And so he thought that was in fact his goal. But after pondering more and exploring more of this world, it just seems like a shallow goal. A death is just that seems like, I don't know, not really worth all this trouble. Because it'd be much easier to actually maybe make something grand and new or something along those lines. Because you'd think that with immortality you could just do anything. You could pursue great art, pursue so many things, but clearly for some reason the wizard just physically can't do those things, and so that to me says that he actually is something about his I guess experience in this world is tied to I guess whatever this quest is, and so it's more than just death, I think. Anyway, I kind of lost my track of thought there, and I'm a little confused about where I'm supposed to go now. This feels like I'm trapped, and it doesn't... okay, let's see what's going to happen if I just orb them. Okay, that's going to happen. Here, let's try it again. Let's try it again just a little bit. That's not good. Let's try the soul arrows instead. I don't know why I'm kind of really... Okay, I swear I can get that aim. Okay, I can't get that aim. Oh, I see. That really is unfortunate what just happened. That's okay, we're making it. Correct Multiplayer says, you're in bad terms with the wizard, then lol, he failed and retreated tactically. Yes, I guess that's in response to James's Iron Keep comment. The Iron Keep is crazy. Too much fire there. The wizard has never been fond of the flame. Jem says, Shrine of Amara is cool, but going through it as a melee build is agony. Man, well, sure, I'm glad I'm not a pure melee build at this point, but we'll keep that in mind as I go through it in the future. And we just made it to the bonfire. Yes! Glorious progress. Feels so good. Let's quickly go back to Majula. Yes. And experience a little bit of warmth of the sun on our skin, That kind of is nice. Just a tiny bit. Wow, the sea breeze, just the pleasant lighting. Even the actual music. Who's playing the music? That's crazy. Yeah, this is okay. Everything's much better here. Good to see you, comrade. Emerald Herald. I forget your name. I'll call you the Emerald Herald from now on because that's your name. I keep forgetting it. Just Firekeeper. Yeah, we're gonna upgrade our faith a little bit and intelligence, and just keep going for it. Yes. Crit Multiplier also says, have you heard of the high elf, bows? They're more useful than people think and work on any non-caster. Huh. I assume that's also in response to Gems there. Hello, 100 comrades. Welcome to the stream. We are exploring the gutter at this point. The gutter has been funny. Let's just say that. But I think we're making good progress, and why did I not spend those 8,000 souls? Something about me just didn't want to spend those, which is okay. Perhaps they're meant to be saved up. That's the takeaway. Now, where are we? Okay, so we're seems like we're going the right place, but then at the same time, we're what? Is there a ladder? Am I missing a ladder? Is this insanity? That sure looks like somewhere I could jump, and not die. You guys... What is it saying? Attacking required ahead. Ah, yes! Thank you! Thank you, kind stranger. Whoever did that, whoever wrote that down, you probably just saved me, like, an hour of confusion. And he let me actually go ahead and light my torch. I would like to have a torch lit as we explore this area. The torch has been quite convenient. We're certainly somewhere and going places. Yes, crit multiplier. I think we are most certainly going places. Toggle, touch, blood stain, toggle. No, that's not what I want. Toggle, light torch. Yes, there we go. That was the desire. Okay. Now we're continuing on. Yeah, I'm expecting maybe at most half an hour more of the stream. It's like I'm actually feeling pretty good, but I do want to keep it to a certain schedule. In the future, I'll be doing 7 p.m. CST. So, yeah, just letting everyone know. Today was just an exception. Oh, you stay away. I have to say, heavy attacks have not been great. I've like continually been too slowed down by them to make them for them to be actually useful. As in, like, it feels like I get staggered if you do a heavy attack, which might just mean that I need to be upgrading my strength more, which honestly I should probably. Oh, this might be a good point to not necessarily end the stream, but to conclude the stream with whatever is about to happen. That is indeed, I think, our friend Yfat, but no longer is he a friend, but a foe. Gosh, okay. I feel like we might get destroyed. Yfat was earlier flexing his 3,000 hours on every Souls game, so I can't even say that for one game. And Yfat, I can't believe I did that to you. I can't believe I did that to you. I'm really sorry. That would have been so epic and so cool, but I just died. I'm sorry, man. I hope you can invade me again in case you were waiting all evening. That was not intentional. That was indeed a hole in the ground that I just stepped into that I didn't see. Okay, I hope you can invade me again, and hope you enjoyed your whatever it is that you just attained for that. Hope it was worth it to some degree. Gosh, okay. Suffering. That's okay. I'm not mad, just disappointed. Oh, that's even worse, man, dude. I swear, I could have done something, but yeah, no, I guess it was just his presence that did me in there. I almost did it again just now. I wasn't expecting those holes in the floor. Just to confirm, can he invade me in the next half hour? Is that how it works? Is that even an option? Oh my gosh, you guys. That's so sad. That's alright. Well, I'm glad I didn't have to, like, face my reality breaking as a... who I thought to be a comrade was gonna strike me down. Also, maybe things are worse than I imagined, because... well, that wasn't the reason, but that does make me think they are. What I meant to say was that I thought that there wasn't a pit down there, or like I couldn't actually descend this far down. But in a way, this is actually like kind of worse for me, because that means that there actually is in fact an area I'm supposed to explore down here, which I was excited for there not to be. Oh gosh, okay. Okay. I actually love this staff already. This is really cool. Oh god. Okay. I presume Yfat cannot. It'll take like 15 minutes of downtime. Oh, fuck. Yfat says that I've turned to the dark side and now must be punished. I don't know, man. I really don't think about... like, again, I think I've been great. Perhaps my allegiance with the Rat King is questionable, and I actually don't fully understand my own reasoning for joining his cause, but one has to think that there's something noble about joining the Rat King, and that it is, in fact, the paladin that has been whose perception of reality has been skewed by that church propaganda. Yeah, that's that. So, don't know how you're going to defend yourself, Wi-Fat. Oh gosh, I guess we can't go that. We can't go that way. What's the point of this being a place? Okay, I suppose the place doesn't have to have a point, and the point ultimately comes from what we make it. That's all right. Okay, let's think here. What are our options? Okay, we're gonna keep ascending now, or kind of ascending. We're gonna try to get. Oh my gosh, did I just walk in a circle? I bet I did, and I almost died there because I thought that I was gonna be fine. This leaves me all the more vulnerable for the eventual invasion of the Paladin again, which is interesting. But yeah, no, I would deeply want to know what Wi-Fat means by the dark side, if he can actually. If the Paladin can actually articulate what it is that he's battling, that's not just like propaganda, because I think so far the Wizard's done mostly noble things in his own story, but okay, joining the Rat King was maybe a little strange. I'm still figuring that out, but yeah, please, Wi-Fat, explain yourself. What do you mean joining the dark side? That was actually kind of comedic. All right. Thankfully, we were right next to our bonfire there and explored the below, so we can just keep progressing relatively linearly. So, Gower's Ring of Protection. We'll only know that name because I'll never be able to actually read that fast. Okay. That was satisfying. Okay. We're actually gonna grab a torch this time around. And even to make things more interesting, for this remainder of the stream, let's grab an effigy. Yes. Okay. Yes, let's grab that bonfire. Sorry, not bonfire. The torch. Come on. There we go. Lighting a torch. Excuse me. All right, and we're ready to keep exploring. Also, Crit Multiplier says the rat area is a PvP focused area. If you're in the area and the rat covenant, you get invaded by a couple people trying to reach the end of the level, and you have to prevent them from it. Okay, I see. I did not know this. Wi-Fi says your has been corrupted by the dark. I'm assuming you meant my soul or something. Again, let's define soul for me, my friend. I don't know, or whatever it is that you were going to try to say. This is now a very, what is it? Oh gosh, okay, oof, that's not, oh, what the hell is that? Okay. Okay, sorry about that. That was really startling. Holy hells. All right. Okay. I think now there's a kind of a moral battle happening between the Paladin and the Wizard, and so I'm actually very curious to defend my moral position in this world at this time. I'd love to see your best shot at my, I guess, fragmented postmodern existence. I think I am good by the virtue of thinking that I am in a way. So we'll see. Anyway, we are getting attacked by little poison creatures. I didn't know these were from Dark Souls 2. I always thought of them as Dark Souls 3 related. And yeah, this thing, I like it a lot. That's a sick design. I do fear it. I am weary of it. Okay. Gem says dark fog acquired. I don't know what that's about. Well, Crit says that's why the area is riddled with traps. Oh, I see. I'm assuming that's the PvP part. Crit Multiplier also says the soul is a holy thing, majestic and beautiful, and should not be truffles with. You have lost your belief and in turn gained knowledge, but you know too much. The secret of gold needs protection. Of gods needs protection. The secret of gods. Okay, fair enough. Okay. So now it's more about like reinforcement of a certain, like, I guess, hierarchical principle here. You know, you're trying to defend a certain way of life as opposed to a truth or a good. So I don't know, man. Doesn't necessarily speak to me here. And also, is this thing gonna attack me? Oh man, you're really chill actually. Are you okay? I feel kind of really bad for attacking you suddenly. Are you just chill? You guys, I feel like I'm supposed to kill you, creature. I don't want to though. You're so harmless. The voices, what do I do? Do I kill the poor creature? Also about the soul, as you all answer that, and I did make this moral choice, which I'm floating to my voices. Yeah, the soul is a holy thing. That's interesting, Crit Multiplier, but I don't think you really defined the soul there, you know? Majestic and beautiful, maybe, but like, what actually is it though, my friend? I don't know, it seems kind of subjective. Truffle not with me, tarnished. Let the bug go. Okay, Crit Multiplier says let the bug go. I trust him. We will not harass the bug. I like the bug, actually. Interesting. Is this what karma is? I let the bug live and suffer such a fate? Dark fog is a spell you picked up. It's like pestilent mist from DS3, I believe. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Yeah, what is the soul, says Crit Multiplier? Yeah, I would like to know that. Seems like an ephemeral concept that you ultimately like use to justify, like, I guess, atrocities and make like extremely subjective claims. So I don't know. Hit me with it. Also, we don't want the homing soul arrow anymore. We want to have something else. Let's have a dark weapon, or actually, the Whisper of Despair seems interesting. I'm curious enough. Okay. One thing. Oh, you. One thing about this whole area is that I thought I knew where I was supposed to go until just a moment ago. So I guess everything is very weird and subjective, and there is no right direction. Okay. Oh, I didn't like that. Whatever that was I hate that guy. Okay. Stay away from me, dude. Okay, we are keeping distance here. That's all right. What do we have? Okay. It was karma for hitting the bug. That's why I died, according to Crit Multiplier. Okay. I'll trust you. I'll trust your call here. Let's see, where are we heading? That's different. Ah, okay. It seems like everywhere down here, like all the roads down just lead us to the same place. So I don't really know why I'm here, if I'm being honest. Does that do anything? That's cool. Oh, I should be using my actual staff. Excuse me. Yeah, no, lots of getting lost here. That's for sure. So, fun times. Good times. Crit says trust. Since when does the wizard trust people? The wizard doesn't trust people. He trusts the voices, but then again, the voices have deceived him in the past. But then you need to have some kind of a stabilizing ground, I suppose. And I choose that stabilizing ground to be the voices, because they seem to know things that are somehow true about reality that I shouldn't know about. So it makes me think that they are to some degree external, or perhaps a fragment of the wizard's memory that has been long lost. That's wild. That's actually crazy, though. What's the mechanism behind the exploding man? All right. Whoever's joining, welcome to the stream. We're probably going to be going for now maybe another like 20 minutes. We're waiting for a friend of ours to attack us, and then probably might call it at that. We'll see. Also, the next stream is probably, I suspect, going to be next Wednesday. That'd be my guess. I'll keep everyone updated for sure. Also, we've just been poisoned, which is unfortunate. And to those new here, please consider joining our Discord to stay updated on the scheduling of these streams. We'd absolutely love to have you here again. This has been really a delightful time this time around. Really, I feel like pretty much every stream has been like better than the previous, like continually, and that's just been, I mean, to me, so encouraging. Feels like you guys really make this time, very entertaining for me personally. I don't know about you all necessarily, but it's been great. I'm trying to retrieve my souls at this point, just to explain what it is that I'm actually doing at this time. I don't know. No, you. Well, okay, now we have no reason to go down there, and that's pretty cool. So we're just gonna do that. Yes. We're just not gonna go down there, and we're gonna try to figure out where else we can go. I must say the wizard's a little stumped about the progression at this time, which is, I'm sure, perhaps a little frustrating, but all right. Well, maybe I go down here, but it's all right. If I die, it won't be too bad. Here. Thank you, Dark Souls. Okay, we're going elsewhere. Okay, if you have nothing left to lose, getting set on fire doesn't mean like such a bad idea suddenly. I don't know. The wizard still doesn't enjoy the idea of being set on fire, even if it doesn't seem like he has much to lose. Yeah, being set on fire, pretty bad. I mean, I think boiled alive is certainly like worse, but like set on fire, that's like one of those like worst ways to go, for sure. You know, the wizard used to be really interested in torture or the history of torture, and I think the worst thing that it seems like we can possibly do to a person, except for putting battery acid on that like one nerve in the human leg, probably flaying. No one really asked my opinion, but I just want to say I think flaying is physically, conceptually, the worst torture you can imagine, except maybe for scaphism. If anyone wants to debate me here, flaying is the worst torture. Scaphism is the worst torture conceptually. Prove me wrong. Anyway, I'd love your takes on torture. Do you have a favorite historical torture, guys? Hit me with it. We don't have to talk about this if y'all don't feel like it. I suppose it could be a little perhaps jarring and grim. And I'm sorry, I just genuinely don't know where to go. Voices, I call upon you. I am stuck. Any tips on where I should be going? I already explored the bottom. I'm really tempted to kill the bug, but I don't want to kill the bug. But at the same time, I feel like there might be an area that I can progress behind the bug, which, I don't know, seems like very cruel game design from software. If that's indeed the truth. Crit Power says, pranked, haha. Yeah, truly. Thank you, Dark Souls. The wizard is quite knowledgeable about torture, huh? You know, dude, this is it's perfectly normal. It's perfectly regular fascination. I think I think it's just interesting. I like grimdark art, and I think torture, studying the history of torture, is pretty interesting. If you're interested in a book about flaying, I highly recommend Larissa Tracy's collection of essays on flaying in the pre-modern world. Would highly recommend, partially because there's some like really fun essays in there that talk about like I guess the symbolism of flaying, and those are cool. Although I didn't really care very much about like their specific analyses of like certain paintings depicting flaying. Like that was cool, but like it required a greater understanding of art history that I lacked when engaging with the book, and I did not enjoy those. Guys, I really want to kill this bug because I feel like there's something behind it that I'm supposed to progress. What are people saying? Hurrah for the bug. Bug visions of giant. Fatty. Oh man, people care about the bug. I also don't want to kill it. I don't know what's happening. It was so easy to just like zone out and like spam orbs at the bug when I have the dark spell. Am I supposed to be going in a completely different direction? That could also have been a possibility. What are you guys thinking? I found the thing with bees. There's apparently a Greek guy who had to endure crazy. That's interesting. Are you talking about scaphism? That'd be my that's what I feel like you'd be referring to, or but maybe I'm wrong. Or just getting stung by bees a bunch. I'd love to know more about that multiplier. Not the bees, man. Everything but the bee, for sure. Jem says there should be an area you missed at the bottom there. There's a fog wall somewhere down there. Okay, well, let's trust the voices. You know, sometimes we do trust the voices. I trust you all with my life. Oof. It's nice having a nice little Estus flask every now and then. Okay. So somewhere down here, there is allegedly a fog wall. Although it doesn't feel like it's possible. Because it feels like I explored the whole area. But maybe I'm wrong. I feel like I did a whole circle. It's alright. I hope I'm wrong. That would make things way easier. Down the letters at the bottom. Okay. Thank you. I really had given up hope here, so just let me run around in a circle and see what I can find. But yeah, no, for those still interested, I am, or for those still thinking about it, I am very much curious to hear your opinions on medieval tortures. If you have oh my gosh, you have a favorite. And what I mean by that is if you have one that you find most interesting. Okay. Anyway. Oh, the scaphism? Based. Okay, yeah, no, that stuff's crazy. Anyone want to hear about scaphism? Definitely top 3 most like interesting, messed up tortures ever. If that's what you're here for, the wizard talking about tortures, I'd love to talk about tortures, but we also don't have to do that. Just somebody ask me what scaphism is, and I'll gladly explain. And if no one asks me, I won't explain, because it is unpleasant. Anyway. Okay. I don't like that. Whatever that is, it doesn't look good. Here. How about this? Oh, that wasn't that bad. All right. Let's see what we got. Ooh, Black Gulch. Great concern. Okay. I don't know, you guys. I think we might end up saving this part for the next stream to come. I'm already dreading what is going to happen here. The rats on the belly also goes crazy. Rats on the belly, yeah, that one's classic for sure. Rats on face though, that's insane. Anyway, oh my gosh, what are you? I like you though. You're cool. You're actually really cool. I love your design. I'm tempted to just run a little bit. Wow, man, what a fat creature. Okay, we are damned. We are done. the Black Gulch is gonna have to come in the next stream. We are not doing this again. YFAT, are you able to come by for a showdown at this point? Or yeah, tell you what, let's give YFAT like a minute if he can. It's definitely been 15 minutes of cooldown for sure. In fact, I'll actually make sure I have an effigy. I suspect I will get destroyed, and that's okay. We learn. YFAT hasn't been answering my philosophical inquiries there, so I'm curious about his position on the soul as a paladin. Okay, heating up the top of the. Okay, heating up the top so the borrow into your flesh, huh? Terrible too. Yeah, real. I mean, yeah, you know, the rat stuff is insane. I do think again, like flaying is just actually, like, I don't know. The fact is that you still get to like live multiple days while being flayed, and that's wild. Oh, there we go. All right, so this seems like a good point to, I guess, for everything to come to an end. I am worried about the many creatures in the area that might try to disturb this duel. I suspect that's probably what's going to overwhelm me is the little entities, especially that suicide bomber that I just killed. Okay, so now we're fine with that. Okay. Okay, alright, whatever is going to happen, I think I'm ready. I should say I'm not amazing at PvP, but oh, there he is. Oh my gosh, actually suddenly very concerned about the paladin. Alright. Alright, you too, man. You too, YFAT. Gods, okay. What? What is that? What is that? What did I just do? Oh, that's fucked up. Dude, okay. This man has just made this build in like 2 days. Okay. Ooh, that did hurt. Okay. Okay. Ooh, that... Damn. Okay. Wild. Okay. Paladin, another time. That was impressive. I must say, you're going to be looking at the replay of that. There was a moment when I actually shot you through a wall, which that was wild. Okay, well, good times, holy hells. I must say that was a powerful build you made there. I loved the lightning. That genuinely really startled me. My faith was not strong enough. Well, you're gonna get another chance, I'm sure of it. Yeah, okay, I think on that note, let us return to Majula. Thank you. You know, it's been actually really fun, like occasionally engaging with y'all in the game itself. So far, Crit Multiplier's done it, YFAT's done it. Some might call it stream sniping, but actually this is just adding on to the lore and making this wizard journey all the more entertaining and full of a story. Because it feels like so far we actually have created a kind of a narrative that we can all sort of build together, and you know, as we remember the wizard's past and what he's even doing in this land. Because I mean, really, it doesn't make too much sense yet, but I think it's been all slowly coming together. We remember that perhaps he was indeed a necromancer, and something might have happened to his family. We have seen the burning, not the burning, no, sorry, the bloody night coming out of the family home of the wizard in a flashback. So there's something to consider there, and also a dragon at some point, and a burning village. But again, hard to tell. It's all just perhaps fragments of memories, but yes. Michael says the dark side is strong in you. I don't know what you mean, truly. I think this was... I don't know. Again, the whisper of despair was nothing dark about that. And then the Shadow Orb, I don't think we even really used the Shadow Orb that much. We mostly used Great Heavy Soul Arrows, which did a lot of damage, which was cool. So, good times. YFAT, again, thank you for that. Perhaps the gods have forsaken me. YFAT, I think the gods are just trying you, man. You know, that's the rhetoric you should like take on. Like, if there is a faith in your build, you can just like, you can brush it off as a test of faith rather than like there's anything else. So you must nourish your faith, says Crit Multiplier. All right. Well, I'm interested to see how the ideological conflict continues between the paladin and the wizard. So yes. All right. On that note, if anyone has any other things to say, I'm gonna hang around here for maybe like another minute, just wait for any more responses. But after that, we're gonna call it a night, and I'll see you all again this Wednesday. So just waiting for any final messages, if anyone has anything to say. Wifehead says he must remain stalwart. Real. Okay. Well, I'm interested to see how that continues to develop there. I think I got very lucky there. I think that's what that was a big part of it. So I don't think that was truly a representation of your skill there for sure. The lightning just randomly struck in places it didn't hit me when it totally could have. So yeah. Excellent time to rejoin. Sorry, Nitrovin. We are, yes, unfortunately, the stream is basically coming to a close at this point. So, like a devout paladin always does. Truly, yes, Crit Multiplier. Yes, continue being stalwart, YFAT. But yes, Nitrovan, sorry. Definitely rewatch what just happened. That was we had a fun duel, making our way through the gutter. Might have been enlisted by the Rat King. I can still feel like those little tiny paws, like moving through the back of my rib cage, almost like kind of spiritually, and like kind of clawing a little bit at my lungs, and like just wanting me to help him. And I actually like it kind of is compelling. Anyway. But yeah, no, the rat desire is strong now, and maybe I'm kind of part rat too, to a degree, or at least that's what I think every time I think about the rat, is nothing but reverence and worship of the rat. We'll see. Surely I'm not corrupted, because how could one be corrupted by something as pure as the rat? But yes, damn, just in time to say goodbye, lol. Humble wizard, yeah, truly humble for sure. Yes. Anyway, thank you, Crit Multiplier. All right. On that note, thank you for that. I think it's time to go. It's been real, you guys. Thank you so much for joining the stream, and I will be seeing you all again this Wednesday. Please join the Discord if you all want to stay in touch. The link is in the YouTube description, and yeah, just looking forward to seeing how the journey continues in Drink Lake. Goodbye, comrades. It's been real.